tomorrow comes? What if tomorrow comes to break the day and take the night away? What if tomorrow comes to break the days and there's no one to stay? What if tomorrow comes and takes the night away? What if tomorrow comes? What if tomorrow comes? What if tomorrow comes to break the dawn and take the night away? What if tomorrow comes? What if tomorrow comes to break the dawn and takes the night away? What if tomorrow? Here we go.
15 seconds left. 9. 7.
5,
3.
2.
What if tomorrow?
Come, little children, I'll take thee away in enchantment. Come, little children, the time's come to play here in my garden of shadows. Follow, sweet children, I'll show thee the way through all the pain and the sorrows. Weep not, poor children, for life is this way, murdering beauty and passion. Hush now, dear children, it must be this way, to weary of life and deceptions. Rest now, my children, for soon we'll away into the calm and the children, I'll take thee away into a land of enchantment. Come, little children, the time's come to play here in my garden of shadows.
Hello, it says that we're on Cursed Ones Ride or Die, but we are not Cursed Ones Ride or Die. Welcome to Cursed Ones Shellshock, Session 4. Let's go. Can you guys speak for but a moment? I need to see if you guys are getting picked up. Yeah,
Yep,
there you are.
right.
Perfect, you guys are here. You guys are in
Shocking.
the zone. Yeah. All right, let me make sure everyone is in the correct order because I actually did not set this up properly because I was playing Apex Legends
With me.
with Crime. which was objectively very important. And I couldn't attend to my DM-ly duties, that being actually making sure the stream is in order. But hello everyone, welcome to the Cursed One Shellshock. My room's a fucking mess, deal with it. It's always a mess. Welcome to Cursed Ones. So we are going to jump into the question of the day, then we're going to jump into the recap, then we're going to start the session proper. So, question of the day, which, as always for Shellshock, we recycle the questions of the day that were first presented in Cursed One's Ride or Die, and then I ask you guys the same questions I asked the other group. Cece came up with this question. And it's a very call-out post question, but it's how many tabs do you have open, and if you're willing to share, what are they?
In total? Like on all of my devices, or just my laptop?
Just like, okay.
Because I have two laptops.
If you have like two monitors currently open, or if you have a phone, then let me know and such, because I think that the more the merrier, quite frankly.
Okay, it's the more the merrier.
So,
cool.
Allow us to get started with Morgue. Who are you? And
I'm Morgue, and I play Arden. And in terms of my tabs, well, okay, so I don't know if you know this about Apples, but you can have more than one desktop and then slide between them, like by just swishing your fingers.
You can do it on Windows too.
So I currently have 3 desktops open. I always do. That's how I organize things. I have one desktop for work, one desktop for fun, and one desktop for music, because this is how I keep my life organized.
Yeah.
And currently I have, I have 4 Firefox windows open. One of them has 2 tabs, and that's just my email. One of them has 2 tabs, which is Tumblr.
Good.
And then like a post that I think I just opened. But anyway, somebody sent me and I opened it, so that's why there's 2 tabs there. And then there's a third window in the third desktop, which has Spotify open on it. And then there's another window in this one that's just like minimized right now, but it has 1 tab, and it's just for like watching a show, basically.
Nice.
I'm very organized.
That's probably my normal
Usually
amount of tabs.
I have more open, to be quite frank, but not right now, so...
Hell yeah. Yeah, I normally have a lot more open too, but for Cursed Ones, I actually declutter. Orson Welles, Horror Orb. Who are you? How many tabs do you have open on your devices?
1 tab open.
One tab?
I'm very weird about my tabs. I close them all the time because I'm scared it takes up, like, RAM.
Fair.
At the moment, I have Sturgeon ASMR Eel Pit open.
Nice. Dude, I love Sturgeon. Sturgeon ASMR Eel Pit is the best thing to have open. I hope it gives you the best ambiance during the session. In fact,
if you're worried about RAM and tabs,
everyone in chat, if you guys want the true experience for this session, go look up Sturgeon ASMR Eel Pit now, because that'll be the overlapping noise throughout all of it.
Yeah,
it's the only canon way to explore. To like get into the feels of this campaign, you know. I promise crime. I promise crime a sturgeon this session.
Oh yeah. I was promised a fish.
Perhaps you will receive.
Crime, if you're ever worried about the whole tabs thing. So I guess I don't know if you use Firefox, but if you do, there's an extension called Auto Tab Discard, which if you haven't opened a tab in long enough, or if you just like ask it to, it will essentially like offload a tab, so the link will still be there, but it won't actually be, like, the tab itself won't be able to run anything.
Ooh, like that. That's nifty.
So, you know, if anybody here ever loves having lots of tabs open, but also is like, oh god, my computer, it runs so slow, there's your solution. I've got one for you.
I'll look that up. Fuck yeah, I am a Firefox user. By the way, guys, use Firefox. It's good. It's better.
Firefox
genuinely
is the best.
Yeah.
It's
Chrome, think it's
just
good,
the best browser.
Firefox has so many advantages.
My beloved.
Firefox,
my beloved.
My fucking beloved. All right. Next up, we have, of course, as Morgue has frozen, we have plot relevant Weird Al.
Okay. Hi, I'm Kiki. I play Lelee, and I have 2 laptops. Both I use very regularly. One is for school. It's provided by my school district, so I don't have to pay for it. And the other one is for personal use, so I will be going through the tabs on both of them. So my personal laptop actually doesn't have that many tabs open because I'm also like terrified of taking up RAM. And also because I use Chrome because of the different profiles it has, because I need to be able to access like all of my accounts on different profiles on Chrome.
I mean,
because,
Firefox
like,
also
my
does that.
Yeah, but the thing is my school account likes to do something called locking things, and if I try to log in on a different browser, I can't.
Huh.
It's very weird. But on my home account, I have a YouTube video and then AO3, AO3, AO3,
AO3. Let's
AO3,
go!
AO3, and
Ooh, ooh,
Google
ooh.
Drawing.
I love reading.
Yes, I love AO3, my beloved.
Yeah. On my
I
school
read a lot,
laptop,
so I use
have,
AO3 pretty frequently. That's usually when I end up with a lot of tabs open, but
Same.
right now...
Yeah,
My
I
most
have-
tabs
there's
is when
one
I go
thing.
down a tag and I just grab everything, and I just keep it there for weeks. There will be the tidal wave of AO3 tabs. Yes?
Sorry, my laptop froze. Anyways.
Nice.
It was mad at the fact that I was talking about AO3. But my school laptop, I have 4 different Chrome windows open with each having a different account on it. So my school account, I have like the school server thingy and then 2 documents, one of an assignment I haven't finished that was due Sunday. But I was busy Sunday with brain stuff.
Yeah, happens.
Another one, I have Tumblr open and a tab that says Doozer Fraggle Rock. So
Nice.
the Doozers from Fraggle Rock.
Fuck yeah.
And then another tab, I have YouTube, AO3, 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 AO3. And then I have one with just my college account, which is just an email.
Nice.
But yes, and this is what my laptop looks like, by the way. I have so many stickers. So many.
I like those stickers. My computer, I need to put more stickers on it. Because it doesn't have enough. I have 4. I have a Little Nightmares one. I have a Little Nightmares one. I have 2 of my own stickers that I've made for Fan Expo, and then I have a random one that Fan Gamer sent me. Because I'm a gamer.
Woo!
Gaming. All right.
Gaming.
I was going through my phone, so if I look distracted, it's because I was looking through my tabs and what in the fuck. So hello, is I, the Virginia Creamer. They know me well. The devil went down to Georgia, and the Virginia Creamer went down to Virginia, if you know what I mean. Hi, I'm Dean, I'm the Dungeon Master, I play everyone else, and we are going to start off with my computer tabs, because they're not that interesting. For Cursed Ones, I clear them out. But I have Dark Monastery Meditation, Dark Ambient Music, Dark Cathedralic Gothic Ambient Gregorian Chants.
Oh my god.
I have Mysterious RPG Playlist, Creepy RPG Playlist, Peaceful RPG Playlist, and another playlist which I can't actually reveal because it might be a spoiler. I have, of course, the D&D document, and I have the D&D lore document on the side in case I need to double-check other things while I'm going. And then, my phone is where the fun shit lies, because I just research shit on my phone and I never delete my tabs. I have, from the top, Matthew Malloy, great character, best character ever. Yeah! I have It Takes Two for the Nintendo Switch. I have Where is the Search Button, Tumblr Mobile. I couldn't find it. They moved it. How many organs can you donate? Shiny Alolan's Sand Shrew. Over the Moon Meaning. Billy the Puppet. Interception of Autism and BPD. Sediment Feet. Sediment Feet. I don't know what sediment feet means, but I have it looked up. Banana Slug.
Well, I mean, I see.
Banana Slug, Tiptoe Stim, and Decom about racism zombies. I think it's just called zombies, but I apparently couldn't figure out the name of the decom about zombies who are racism. So those are my tabs. Why are collecting search tabs? I just do. Sometimes you gotta catch them all. But this is our question. This is just our question of the day. This is how we enter our streams, is that we talk about a little topic, and then we jump into things. It's a good way to introduce ourselves, and so that people can know that we are all fucking ridiculous.
You know how, like, the Google Chrome app, it gives you a little smiley face if you have more than 100 tabs?
Mm-hmm.
All of those are AO3 tabs, by the way. They're fixed and I just don't want to close. They're fixed and I don't want to close. But yeah,
Let's
I
My
fucking
got
go.
phone is somewhere downstairs. I know there's a couple. I want to say there's like one singular AO3 tab open on there.
Nice.
I don't remember for what. But that is so for some reason, I don't know why. Probably because my phone's getting old. But sometimes Firefox on my phone will just crash. Sometimes all the apps, sometimes any app on my phone might just crash. But I usually am reading a lot, so that's the one that does it the most often. Like
Happens.
it'll just close, and I'm like, oh. And then I open it, and it's like, would you like to restore your tabs? And I'm like, yes. And it doesn't. I don't
those of
blame
you
it. I'm
who
the one
hear-
doing this to it. Like
For those of you who hear the music levels going up and down right now, I'm just testing things out. But yeah, no, sometimes you need all the tabs in the world. And I think that's good of us. All right, are we ready to jump into our recap and our session?
I am
Yes.
ready, gamer.
Perfect. Perfection.
Already.
Perfection. Sorry, did you have anything to finish saying, Morgue? I like completely cut you off.
no, oh no.
Okay. I was just like, I was so focused on getting the audio right that I was like completely phased out. Okay. So allow me to recap what last happened on the Cursed One's Shellshock, if I can remember what the fuck happened. It's been a little while. It's been a little while.
I remember.
You do? Fuck, go for it. if you
Weirdly enough,
remember.
yes. We went through. I can't remember if we went through both doors that session, but
You did.
There were two doors that okay, so there were two doors that showed up in the after the like whole war zone thing. So we first went through the one that was kind of gross looking, and that took us to this. Basically, there was a hanging tree, and then a medical tent. So we went into the medical tent, found a bunch of people who've been like reanimated, but like in a fucked up way, or maybe more accurately in the most fucked up way possible. And they all really wanted to die. And once it was made clear that they both were like really fully miserable and like having a bad old time, Arden narrowly dodged getting power word killed, and then left the tent. And once we'd taken like there were like sheets of paper and stuff in there, and
Yeah,
we
some
basically just
important
bombed the
details.
tent with an explosive arrow. So not a literal bomb, but basically the same thing. And then Lelee ran up the hanging tree to get to the memory orb that was at the top of it, and the tree itself and all the ropes and stuff were like attacking us. But we took care of that with some help from Somni.
I think it was a lot of help.
I guess it
I
would
think
be
it was a
help.
fair bit of help from Somni, but
Yeah,
Somni
it was
also
helpful.
knocked
It was
out
also-
Arden in the process.
Yeah, it also like KO'd the rest of us a little bit, but you know, like that's okay. It happens.
AoE spells do shit.
Yeah, they do. But so then we had the orb, and then we went through the next. It took us back out into the hallway, and then because we were like, maybe we should take like a fucking nap or whatever. But then in the hallway, the what's his face, the captain.
Grimoire.
The captain was like, one of his hands was like, here's a note,
yeah.
and it's like, haha, somebody's here. And then we saw a shady bastard. So we were like, haha, okay, time to leave. And we ran back in the door and closed it behind us. And we're like, okay, well, I guess we're going to the next memory after all. And we went into that one, and it was actually Lelee's memory of the day that the whole curses thing happened. So technically the same day as the war zone. And we did some log rolling. Arden won and Lelee won over Benny and Somni, respectively. And then we went to shore, and it was like, oh, this is definitely Lelee's memory, because, I don't know, some guy showed up and was like, hey, you gotta get inside here. And we went into the confessional, and that guy was all like, bang, 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 hey, you should totally come out here. And Lelee's like, haha, I do not want to. But it was like, you know, in an upsetting way.
Yes.
And so then Arden was like, what
It was
if
very
I just-
distressing. It was Lelee's abuser.
Yes. So we were like, so Arden simply went, I am going to drown him out by telling you all about one of my adventures, which was the one where she goes and like fights a hag in a forest. And that was how we ended the session, was us all finally getting a long rest.
Yeah, you guys
Dear God.
all cramped inside of a confessional booth took a long rest.
We're gonna wake up with such a crick in our neck.
Oh yeah, you guys are gonna feel fucking awful.
Yeah, a little bit.
But yeah,
Little bit.
just
That's
for
okay.
those who are new to the session, Cursed One Shellshock takes place, it is a spin-off of our main campaign series, Cursed Ones. We have a VOD channel if you want to go through and watch the 130-some episodes we have, but we also have a recap series where it goes over the more major beats that are happening. You don't really need to know much to jump into this, other than we are uncovering the past of Bennie, who used to be called Exodus and used to be a general in a big war. And yeah, we're trying to uncover their forgotten memories about the war, about who caused it, about what's going on, and basically the party are just looking for answers to their big bad evil guy questions. Our big bad evil guy is named Genesis. Bennie's previous name was Exodus. There's some biblical references here and there, but things
Oh yeah.
things are very shenanigan-y. If anyone has any questions in chat, please let me know. Like, if any point, like, anyone's new here and they need a second and they have a question, go ahead and ask it. If a name doesn't make sense, just let me know. I want to make this series as inclusive to new people as possible, so when I see new people in the chat, I just want to extend an offer that if you need anything, just let us know, and we are all willing to stop, pause, catch you up, get ready to keep going. But yeah, we are in another realm called the subconscious right now, which is run by the captain, who is a strange entity with a bunch of arms who doesn't speak. And we're going to go a little bit more into the captain as we begin. Cursed Ones, Shellshock, Session 4. Let's begin. There's a hole in the bottom of the vessel, but it doesn't allow water to breach its hull. It sits there, an existing contradiction and impossibility. As the river of souls drifts gently by, each night millions pass by this breach at the bottom of the ship. Some of them are laid next to their loved ones, curled up into positions so soft and tender, they drift together. Some have eyes puffy from tears that brought them here from sheer exhaustion. Some dream, some don't. Some have nightmares, some see more. They see the blue veil ahead, their past, a loved one. It's an experience we all must share. Our visit through the rivers of subconscious as we drift off to sleep. The captain sits idly by, a gentle snarl escaping his lips. It gives the smell of a dog sleeping and the floral comfort of potpourri and chamomile. A gentle aroma. He reaches his long, endless arms within the hole, and he drags to shore all of those people who faced hardship in their day. This is the reason that long rest cures nearly all wounds. He's kind to people, deserving or not. Thousands of blacked, crooked hands, worn from the amount of sutures the waking world doesn't know that he stitched, nor the amount of bruises, fractures, and spells he has dispelled. He grants a pleasant dream to those he cannot heal, the feeble-minded, the cursed, the undead who can still pass into his realm. His hands hesitated twice on this night. They trembled as they pulled the entity on board. He cannot deny a request to sojourn in his realm if the right paperwork is provided. They also hesitate when you guys reach his shores. The comfort as your group passes by, the melody of a late-night bedtime tale that echoes by as you all float within your little pile. Healed or not healed?
Cube-shaped.
Yeah, no, basically you guys are all in like a big lump.
Cube-shaped
Cube-shaped squad! You guys are just a fucking raft going through the river Styx. Oh my god. Healed or not healed, they will cross paths eventually. He knows this. It's best to provide his service, to give their bodies peace, to give them hope. He peppers in a good dream for luck, and heals your wounds and ailments. And with your phantom sutures vanishing, he rests you all upon a pile at the edge of the hall, and stares down the rest of the corridor. His protruding teeth are chattering and clicking as he licks his lips in anticipation, waiting for a door to open. You wake up, not knowing if one has or has not. You all awaken upon the floor of the subconscious vessel. A quilt has been draped over you all, and you've been set upon an old mattress upon a broken, rusted frame. You are exquisitely tucked. And as always, long rested to full health.
I feel like I slept on like 8 pounds of rock.
Oh, my back. It's worse
Your
than
back
normal.
always hurts.
It's worse
I mean, we
than
did sleep in a
normal.
rectangle. But we're not in a
Is-
rectangle anymore, so...
Is everyone okay?
I'm fine. I am no longer at... I'm no longer feeling 1 out of 117. I now feel 1 out of 1, you know?
Where do you get these numbers? Kid, you're confusing me.
I just, you know, it's just how I'm feeling.
Oh, I never passed math. That's why I went to the army.
I never took me. Where are the other two?
Lee kind of shakily starts pushing himself up from the covers. His hair is a fucking mess. He has bedhead everywhere as he just kind of like turns around, licks his lips a little bit and like pushes some kind of like drooled over hairs out of his mouth and is just going to go, so it has appeared that we have gotten a long night's rest. And quite
That's
frankly,
kind of-
I could go for 2 more.
I'm kind of confused as to how we did this, considering we are in the place. Like, how do we sleep in the brain?
Well, I mean, that's probably why we're, like, you know, here and not in the memory still.
Ah.
When you fall asleep in the subconscious vessel, wherever you are, whatever memory you're stuck in, you always end up back at the front of the ship. It's just so things stay balanced.
Somnambulist kind of stretches her arms as she also kind of like very quickly like jolts herself out of bed, but quickly regrets it as like the blood kind of rushes to like the top of her head and she has to wait a second for that kind of like haziness to flee from her eyes as she just kind of sits there and just like,
Can I get 5 more minutes?
and she just flops down on the bed again. And Lee just like looks down and just but actually she does make a good point. You, that is, Lelee, how was there supposed to be a memory orb in that scene? Because we most certainly did not get it if we ended up back here.
Yeah.
I don't know. We didn't come in here looking to uncover my memories, because I remember all this stuff. We're here for this guy.
Yeah.
This is strange.
It's confusing that it would let us traverse into other people's thoughts and minds. You remember that, right? You knew about that whole situation? Like, it was still in the front of your brain. You could recall it before we were in there, right? It was not erased before.
No. I mean, like, it wasn't magically erased. I could remember it. It's always one of those things where, you know, you repress memories like that because you don't like them,
Yes,
but you still know
yes.
that they're there.
Regular, like, yes.
Yeah.
Regular as opposed to the chain trap we have with this guy over here.
Azalin, you know this place better than the rest of us. Do you have any insight you are willing to give us, Your Highness? He kind of like sucks up to her in a little bit, and he's just going to like kind of nudge her on the bed a little bit and just go, or are you too busy having your beauty sleep to communicate with us?
I don't know. I normally go through this place, you know, in nefarious ways. Like, I don't know, trying to reverse people's memories, trying to alter them, trying to scramble them up a little bit so you don't remember anything. The usual fare.
How do you even do that?
You want to find out?
No. I'd actually like my brain intact.
You don't. Ah. Whenever a memory needs to be accessed, it'll be accessed. That's all I can say, because that's all I know. I don't know, ask the big yellow-coated guy. He runs this shithole.
Well, why did it show up one of my memories? We don't need those. We need his.
I don't know, maybe we did need the memory. Maybe your memory led to one of Benny's memories. Maybe it's one thing where it becomes a chain reaction of things bouncing off one another where one dot connects to the other. Who knows?
Who knows?
Well, we
Well, I
fell
mean,
asleep.
Yeah. So whatever we needed in there, we didn't get.
Well, I will say I think we needed the sleep. Just kind of generally.
She
or I
flops
needed
back
it.
down on the
Me
bed.
specifically, I needed it.
No thanks to someone. Are you going to apologize for nearly killing Arden?
Oh, you
What?
understand?
Oh no, I totally almost killed her too. So it's
Yeah,
cool.
it's all cool. It's all
That's
cool.
kind of on both of us, really.
Yeah. You know, you reap what you sow. Kind of ordeal.
Basically, except we were both reaping and both sowing.
Yeah. We're like reaping a whole,
Yeah.
sewing a whole quilt together.
Stuff like that.
Yeah,
I don't understand.
Yeah.
yeah. A
Yeah.
quilt of pain.
A quilt of pain, I suppose.
Well, if that memory did lead to something we need, I'm not going back in there, so we can kiss that goodbye.
Reasonable, I suppose.
We probably don't need it. It's fine.
He kind of like rolls
We
his
got
neck out a
something
little
better.
bit.
I mean, we technically you also got one of my memories, but like told by me. So we probably got what we needed.
Maybe that was the reason that we went in there. Like, I wonder if a story.
I don't know. Could be. Could have been like a bonding moment, you know?
Maybe we just needed a little push. I don't know. I really don't know.
It could have been a little
Eh.
push to get us to go to sleep. I think that would make the most sense. That makes it feel like we didn't make a mistake.
And I would like to think that way.
Mm-hmm.
Best way to think, on the bright side. The glass has some water in it. You know?
Some water in it.
Does it not?
It's almost there. It's almost there.
Needs a little bit
It's a
of
very
a
neutral
tune-up.
way of putting it.
Yeah. I'm very neutral about the situation. He sits down on the side of the bed, just kind of like flops back over it again, and just goes, and my neck is killing me.
We slept in a confessional booth. Those are not exactly the most comfortable things ever.
No, they're not. What's the next play?
I vote we go and try and find one of Benny's memories again.
I
Just
also
give a
agree.
new attempt. Yeah. Part of me is worried we might have just like screwed it, but bright side, the glass has some water in it.
It sure does. All
Yes,
right.
it does.
Where would you guys like to look, or what do you guys want to do?
Well, Lily can't really see what the doors look like,
Yeah.
so she's just basically gonna look for doors.
All right. So you kind of like, you guys basically at this point are very slowly making your way out of the bed, you know, just kind of like taking your time because it's been a bit, and getting reacquainted to the sight of the strange looking ship deck of the subconscious. Just adjusting the music here. It's always a little bit ominous here, but you know, it's the sort of thing that you get used to when you realize it hasn't withered over forgetfulness, it is withered over love. All right. And let me just open up my document. As you guys continue to kind of like get yourselves out of bed, the captain, who has been watching over you this entire time, kind of staring down the hallway of doors to different memories, one of his many hands is going to reach back to you all and hand you a parchment written in Celestial for anyone to take.
Ooh, I read
take it.
Celestial.
All right.
Oh yeah, you do. Here, take that.
This is my door. Perfect. Leaves.
Oh, okay. I thought you were like, all right, you read it.
You read it. Goodbye.
And you just walk away.
Over. I'm never returning. All right. All right. In Celestial, the paper reads as follows. Doors have opened for you. I have illuminated them for your ease and comfort. Please take care in your selection. Do not drown yourself in despair. But do not hide from the past either. I once again intend to refresh you on the options if a door provided is not to your liking. To enter a door that is sealed away, you must give up a memory you cherish, or feel the pain of one you do not. The memory you seal will be cast away to a place near impossible to reach, and the pain you feel may not be reversible. There is a third option to pass forward, though it's one I would not offer to a situation without circumstances as dire as the current one we find ourselves in. I can usher forth another vessel, and you may do dealings with the demons more tempting than I. I wish to warn you, deeply. He is here. He, too, is opening doors. The ones he opens will be open for you as well. There is nothing I can do.
Oh, that's pretty convenient.
I cannot tell you the ones he lurks in. I do not know where he is. Godspeed. I'll just post that in chat for you guys in our
Please do, because my
Discord
brain
chat.
is small.
Yeah, these things are hard to remember. Basically outlining what you can do to open sealed doors, but he has now lit up the rooms that are available to you, which seems to indicate that whatever you guys achieve to do in Lelee's monastery memory, it seems to have opened up some new paths for you.
Oh, no!
So,
Whips and nays in excitement.
there are a number of doors that are highlighted in a faint purple glow. These are the doors that you recall entering. You remember Mary and Dakota's deaths, the end of the Curse War, the Graveyard of Stools, and Lelee's recollection. But now, there are two other doors, highlighted in a glowing gold. If you wish to explore.
I can't. She just taps her feet and is like, doors.
Door.
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 Would you guys
I
like
am-
to? What's up?
Can you give me a quick can you give me a
Yeah.
quick TLDR of what the doors look like that are in front of us again? I'm
Yeah,
so
of
sorry.
course.
I
No,
my
no, no.
brain
I
blanked.
didn't even describe them yet, so you're all good.
Oh, we stay winning.
yeah, you're all good. So would you like to basically inspect the new doors that are opened up to you, the gold ones?
I would.
Perfect. The first door. It is flanked in a gold rim light, highlighting its familiar features. It's taller than the rest of the doors in the hall, save for Lelee's recollection. It's built for another frame. It's another memory that doesn't belong to you. It sits out of place on the wall of the subconscious vessel, as if a growth attempting to wriggle its way into an artery it doesn't fit in. It's religious in its structure. It shares the same shape as Lelee's memory, but it seems newer. There's less chipping upon the jade, less wear on the old wooden door, and more petals on the winding wisteria blossoms. A hollow wind rushes by the door. It whistles in paranoia. The door is also covered in blood, and is branded in a red-hot wood burn that depicts a golden staff. The Staff of Balance, one of the artifacts. Why are you middle fingering me, Kiki?
I hate that staff.
Put
I hate
that
that staff.
finger back. No middle fingers in my fucking court.
Fine. I took it back.
Oh god. And the second door that is open to you guys for your enjoyment. Let me scroll down. It's on the whole other fucking side of the page.
You gotta start saying more adjectives for your absolutely illustrious, amazing, incomprehensible.
The next beautiful, bodacious, bootylicious door before you is made of wings. Molting wings. Feathers drip like ink down the side of it. It's drenched in black rot and mold. Small flies buzz around the side of the door, nestling themselves into folds and creases within each feather or empty hole. The doorknob is a hand. It's reaching out and trembling. It seems alive, like it's reaching for you. You hear strained breathing. It smells like sulfur. Those are the two doors open for you. the wing door, and the taller version of Lelee's door with blood on it.
Taller version of Lelee's door. Oh my goodness. Benny's gonna look at the group and he's gonna take a moment and just say, since we're all stuck in here together, I'm going to continue to make this a group vote thing. Which one do you guys think we should go through first?
I already don't like the one with the staff. My vote is for the one that is not that one.
Okay. I mean,
Okay.
That seems fair, honestly.
I will. We're probably gonna have to come back to that door anyways. So would you like to get the worst over first, maybe, or?
I'm imagining flipping a coin. Hold on. No, I'm not actually. I'm not actually gonna flip a coin. Yes, I am.
You said that that note that the captain gave us also warned us that the man we are trying to run away from is in one of the memories. We also, I suppose, in a way, should probably keep that in mind somehow. But I don't know how. He can't tell us
I don't know
which
how
one
to
he's
check
in.
for that, honestly.
Yes, me neither.
That's a risk we're just gonna have to take.
I mean, can you check?
I mean, we could like look for footprints, I guess, but
I can't really do much because I can't see anything. But
Fair.
can you like check the door handle?
Benny's gonna go and investigate both of the door handles.
Perfect. Roll investigation. What are you looking for?
Interactions as of recent. Grease, maybe. Fingerprints.
Perfect.
Disturbed grime.
Disturbed grime.
disturbed grime.
That's a new one.
I love disturbed grime. That's my new name.
Holy shit. I actually bought special dice while I was in the States that are Benny's colors. It's purple and gold.
Ooh, we love to see it.
The brand is Math Rocks.
I love it. I need
Investigate-
I need more dice. I always
Me
need more
too.
dice.
Investigation is intelligence. Benny is not
Yes.
smart. Let's go.
No.
I got a 4.
A 4.
Into dice jail you go. Stupid.
Benny, you do not identify any marks between the two doors that would indicate anyone was in either of them.
Benny gives the most convincing shrug of his life. He just looks at them and gives the big old... the real ass shrug.
Who knows?
I don't know. So I guess we'll just... Yeah, I guess we'll just go through
All right.
the not
Lily
staff
pulls
one.
a gold coin out of her pocket.
Oh, all right.
All right. Head staff, tails. The other one. You guys are gonna have to tell me what the answer is. Pulling
Okay.
up on Google flip a coin.
Do it. Flip a coin.
It is tails.
It is tails.
Somebody else has to say that.
That's tails.
All right.
Which one was that you were going into?
Not staff.
Not staff? Okay. Well, I suppose the coin has decided. Is that the door that we are choosing?
Yep.
I wonder if
Yeah.
it's a good idea for one of us to stick around and, I don't know, watch to see if that creepy little conductor guy is roaming around?
Are you offering yourself up?
I don't know if we want somebody to be alone with the creepy conductor guy, honestly.
Yeah.
Splitting the party is usually bad. Well, I mean, I know we already kind of did that once, but
I would...
definitely leaving someone on their own.
But I do also agree with the fact that keeping an eye on where he could be going could be a good idea.
I mean, we were all in that memory where, like, we couldn't get hide nor hair of her that entire time.
Hmm.
Not to give you too much credit, but, like, you're pretty good at being stealthy. And she says this to Somnambulist.
Exactly. It would be an
Yeah,
in
if
and
you
out
think you
thing,
can
know?
hide here and act like a security camera, then, I mean, I won't stop you.
I would love to.
I think for safety, I am just going to make sure she does not get herself killed.
You gonna stay here too?
For now. I at least
This
want
also
to
means
see...
that you can't get killed.
Yes, of course. I just at least want to see what he is looking for and perhaps find some sort of further clues as to what we are going up against. If someone else is in here. And what that could mean. If that is alright with you all.
It's fine with me, so long as you are able to also hide real good. I don't know if Somni is able to help with that, probably, but...
He, casts invisibility for a second and drops it and goes, I have my methods. Here and there. I actually can't use that one that often. I probably should not have wasted a slot there, but I am long rested, so all is well.
Yeah, I didn't even notice you went invisible, because,
Oh, yes, I forgot to, I was gone. I went, woof, vanished, gone.
Yeah, why did you bring... Why did you unvanish yourself? Couldn't you just stay vanished?
It was supposed to be a demonstration, but I did not think much further than,
I mean, that's fair. It's I'd say it's real early. I guess I don't know if it's real early, but we only woke up, however long ago.
I still have a bit of the grogginess. I have not had a cup yet this morning.
I need to make coffee.
Whenever it is. I will be staying here with Aslan. And when you all return, we will give you updates if we see anything. And if you find him in that room, well, fuck, you can't exactly get out without getting the memory orb, so,
I will kick
fuck him up.
to death.
Fuck him up. Do that.
There's a potential he might be curse god, but he's still mortal right now.
It isn't
that means that
okay.
There's a way to kill him.
I don't know if we're certain about that, but you can, whatever
That's why
floats your
there's a
float.
possibility.
His ass.
Whatever rolls your log.
Whatever rolls your luck.
Nice.
You know?
That's a good one.
Good luck. You're gonna need it. We're all gonna die in here.
Yep. And she opens the door.
Maybe.
What happened to the glass full of water?
Well, it'll be fine.
I'm drinking
We might die,
water.
but I don't think we'll die.
How about we all promise not to die? I promise not to die.
If you die, you have to die like the way that I'm dead.
What?
I'm not actually dead.
Okay, yes, undeath or death.
I'm a vampire.
No death, only undeath.
Yeah.
We all good?
No death, only undeath.
We all understand? We are all on the same page.
Yeah.
No death. Good.
100%. No death.
Go forth. Good luck.
Good
All
luck.
right. Open
Can't wait to
door.
see what scars you get.
You open
Hopefully
the door.
some cool ones.
As Lelee opens the door, all those in favor are sucked into the door. Are sucked. End of sentence. I can't help my fucking self.
Wow. Oh dear.
Arnar. Alright.
We go.
Taverns are typically bustling in modern day ethos, which makes the quiet hush of this one particularly fiendish. While yes, music echoes and people chatter, eyes glance over the room fearfully with every moment, and discussions are kept to oneself instead of boisterously hooted and hollered.
You're having a time, huh?
I'm not doing well with pronunciations today, guys. You guys gotta bear with me. I'm so bad at speaking. The candelabra of the tavern casts the room in green light from its lime flames. Most people within the bar have armed themselves with a glass of whiskey or a shot of something disgusting. People seem to not wish to numb themselves, but to keep themselves aware with cinnamon kip. Oh my god! People seem to not wish to numb themselves, but to keep themselves aware with cinnamon kicks and anise gunshots. Eyes are mostly cast towards your direction. There's a man fiddling with gold coins in his hand, rolling it back and forth over his knuckles. A woman's eyes can't help but stare from her glass. Another person's hand hovers near their crossbow, their eyes shooting between every entrance and exit. The bartender wears thick black goggles. You can't see where his eyes dart. He's a bug-like man, appearing like a mix of a mantis and a wasp. He has 4 arms that work on slinging their drinks, and mandibles that idly click. He wears a black leather apron. 2 sets of arms slam down drinks in front of you. 3 tankards of ale. 1 glass of water. The water is set in front of you, Benny. And for the rest of you, you guys feel a little strange. It was 2 tankards of ale, by the way, I was wrong. 2 tankards of ale, 1 glass of water. Lelee and Benny, you feel strange. Arden, not really. You feel a sensation you haven't felt in a long time, Benny. 2 fluffy, angelic white wings sitting at your back. Perfectly intact, their feathers as bold and shiny as they used to be. Lelee, you've only felt the sensation of wings as a bat and as a kingfisher. Ages ago. Those are not these type of wings. They too sit on your back, long and fluffy with feathers not dissimilar to the time you spent nearly a year ago as a small bird in Norfolk. They are kingfisher wings. The only one without wings in this scene is Arden, who a tankard of ale has been put in front of.
I feel like Arden kind of sniffs it, and is like, and then just like slides it over to one of the others and is like, sorry, I don't really drink alcohol. My mom told me I probably shouldn't until I'm older.
Lelee is like,
Good call, kid.
Yeah, it's like bad for
Great
your
idea.
brain or something.
Arden,
I like my brain intact.
while you don't have wings like the other 2, you do have something small cupped in your hand. There is a tiny slip of parchment, a very, like, horribly small one within your hand that you're kind of, like, clutching on, making sure that it doesn't escape your grasp. But you kind of realize it and, like, release the tension a bit, and there is a parchment in your hands.
Okay, I mean, I guess I'll try and read it.
You pull it out, and I am going to send you the funniest, perhaps, thing I will ever send you guys, because I know it's going to make you all go, what the fuck? Enjoy. And you know what? For fun, I'm just going to,
what?
post an image of this on screen.
What is that?
Oh no, not a cipher. I'm so bad at those.
What kind of cipher is this?
Probably a cipher.
I'm just gonna Google cipher.
I'm just gonna Google cipher.
I mean, I know it's like there's lots of them where you just replace letter with letter, and the Q is all on its own, so it's probably an I or an A. And so
Q's probably
and there's a W on its
an
own,
I.
but that's at the end, so that could be anything.
Q's probably an I because in the 3rd paragraph it starts off a sentence with I, but not an. I don't think it'd be like a. Because the second
Here,
one could be like
for the
I
chat.
want, I need.
For the chat, here you... Oh, I'm just talking to Twitch chat. For the chat, here is what the party are looking at.
Oh no, Q's also probably an I because in the last bit it lists Q W Q F Q Q, which is it's most likely a year marker.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that explains a lot of the, like, because there's also, like, the WWWQQ, and I'm just like, no.
I feel like
I'm just
for
gonna find
intent
one
purposes,
that'll, like, move.
I'm like trying to
Move
fit it
things
in
for
like a
me.
good
Let's see
spot.
something
I'm so
like-
sorry. I'm covering up crime with it right now.
just so
I
this
am
isn't
covered.
very like metagamey, I guess Lelee's like running her fingers over it, trying to figure out the ink grooves, and it's like, is that an I? A Q? An I?
Yeah, no, it is like it's very indented, I will say. Like the
Okay.
pen has very clearly
they
been
know
pushed
I'm
heavily.
blind.
The pen has been pushed heavily against the page, to which it kind of like has visible bumpings. I'm just gonna give you guys some time to see if you can figure this out. If you can't, right off the bat, that's okay.
No, I think it's funny. I think I'm gonna paste it in a cipher. Yeah, okay. It gives a text frequencies. Oh my god, this is stats?
Oh, I did it! I went and found something that would just do the Caesar cipher, so I didn't have to like go through and replace every
Did you
single
actually
letter.
do it?
Oh yeah, no, I'm actually gonna
we on the same
to
website
help
right
everybody
now?
else out. I'm just gonna put it in general.
I'm
I
gonna
found something
say-
that'll do one of the Caesar shifts
Are
because
we-
it shifts seeing.
So
And I know if a
Morgue.
Q is an I, if you count the letters, that's a shift of 8 letters. And so then I
Are we on
just
the
use a thing
same-
because I didn't. Here's the thing: could I go
What?
through and replace every single letter myself? Sure,
You
but I
actually
don't hate
fucking did it.
myself, so-
You actually fucking did it. Oh my
Did I
god.
do it as well?
You actually did it. I did not expect anyone to get that.
But I am going to
I haven't
post
heard.
It's a Caesar
all of
cipher.
text.
I was a little worried
Look
to be
at-
one of the ones that takes
This
like a
is what I
word at the
got.
front and then like replaces it that way, but oh.
I'm gonna grab an.
I'm glad that I found a different thing that would not destroy the plain text like that,
well.
because that's horrible.
How do you
I'm gonna
guys
go get some Advil after
go get
that.
some Advil, my friend? I'm
Okay.
so sorry to break your brain this early.
No,
So,
you didn't break my brain. I'm just having a day.
how does Arden? Let's just say for roleplay's sake, how does Arden figure this out? I'm assuming that Arden, like, once again, like, you guys piece together the I, being like your standout letter, and perhaps from there you just like took out a parchment and figured it out and just went from there to there to there.
Just started. I do canonically have a notebook, so
Yeah.
that does get written in it in sometimes. So that's probably where, just like take a page out and then just like go in letter by letter, like write down like the alphabet and then what, like if you shifted it over, what it would be, and then just went
Perfect.
through and like just started going at it.
Absolutely. And it's not long before a very legible sentence appears on Arden's notebook. Or a whole letter appears on Arden's notebook. I guess, would you like to read it out?
Sure. So, I mean, dates are all Roman numerals, which
Yeah, that's like it's annoying, but
touches my brain a little bit. So we have 9949, burned in clandestine operation 2553793. O? I don't remember what O.
O is just 0.
Looking.
O is just
Oh,
like
okay,
0.
so 0.
Yeah.
Gotcha. 0986, comma 1764198. There's like some commas in here, but you know what? It's not that
Yeah.
important. 7 and 199, missing in action following incident 255. So I guess all the previous ones were like agent numbers.
Yes.
So there were like, so let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 agents. And then we have 0002 is a double agent and has been willingly sentenced, has willingly been sentenced to a temple for protection. Upon his escort, 002 double-crossed me, forcing the oral administration of Silver Point agent. I feel it in my veins. This will be my last transmission. Genesis has deployed forces towards the 8 anchor points to retrieve and destroy the artifacts and plans to launch multiple assaults upon safe zones and clerical facilities. Asimar are the target. 002 has been deemed a contingency if anchor point cargo is stolen from them. They've planned too far ahead. It's been a good run. It would take a miracle at this rate. Godspeed 1092.
Hold on, I'm writing down all of the numbers in order. I'm gonna get rid of the spaces, but these are all in order as they appear in the text.
I'm
I
going
am
to say
back.
that
I've consumed Advil.
I'm going to say that you guys have been kind of like jotting things down in Arden's notebook. The numbers, pointing them out, separating them, as Arden has read this out to you all.
Yeah, Arden invented Arabic numerals just for writing notes.
So real. Basically, in Cursed Ones, every single numeral has been Roman numerals so far, but Arden has just invented Arabic numerals.
Well, okay, I say this
No.
because like I've written notes and I'm pretty sure in the notes I've written like numbers just as numbers.
Wait a second.
Specifically, it's the
I have a
note-taking
question.
tool invented the Arabic numeral system.
In canon, are the Cursed Ones records available to us as characters?
The records of the Curse War?
Yeah, not the Cursed
Yes,
Ones. The Cursed Ones.
Benny has them.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
because Veldrin gave them to Benny. So if you request, Benny has the Curse War records.
She kind of holds her. Benny, can I see the those records real quick?
Absolutely.
You produce, basically you guys have like a fucking file book at this point, probably, of records that you've collected throughout the kind of journey. There's probably a specific pouch on Benny's bag of holding that has stuff like the records you just retrieved from one of the previous memories, and the Curse War death toll for a certain battle. So I am going to send this document to all of you guys, in case any of you guys don't have it. And I'm also going to put it in chat for anyone who wants to continue to kind of do this little puzzle among us.
Leolee's piecing things together. She's piecing things together. She like taps the like page a little bit, and it says,
I will say, Veldrin has produced a copy that is in
Braille, Elvish Braille or something.
Not in like Elvish Braille, but he has basically like gone through that kind of thing where he has just like rubbed through all the text and made sure it bumps out.
Oh hey, yeah, in this document it's all like normal numbers.
Yeah, it is. I made it easier for you guys, but
Thank you.
if you look at the actual, okay, here's the thing. Caesar ciphers actually don't allow you to turn numbers like back anyway, which is weird. I feel like they should, and I probably could have just done that manually, but I didn't. So we are just going to pretend that these are Roman numerals in character, but they are. I've made them Arabic numerals for the sake of understanding for the layman.
Cool. I appreciate it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Lelee is like
Grimoire
tapping the paper.
is the terminated double agent.
Yeah, and she's like, "What does this mean?"
Oh hey, Praveen's on here.
Praveen is on here.
Yeah, Praveen is on it. He double crossed whoever 1092 is. Hold on, is 1092 on this list? A guy named Reagan Mason.
Rain Nason.
Rain Nason. I cannot. Reagan. Ronald.
Reagan.
Yeah, and she's
The
like,
actor?
she's like, okay. Okay.
Yes.
So if we are thinking of this correctly, Grimoire was not Genesis, and he was sentenced to the temple. But the guy in the temple, that could be Grimoire, and she's like making very big hand gestures, like, okay. So like, okay. If 002 is Grimoire, and Grimoire was sentenced to a temple, right? And the guy that we found in the temple in Wolvenshire, that is most likely, we're not ruling out any other possibilities, most likely the actual Grimoire. Are we all like on the same page?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. So, but there's no... She's very, like, I don't think she knows what she's trying to say. But yeah, she's like, so this is proof. You know? There are 4 people on this document. We are hanging out. Okay, so 9949. I'm looking. 9949 is a guy named Modred Tone.
Yeah, Madrid Tone.
Madred Tone. 2055 is just an operation number.
Mm-hmm.
3793 is someone named Silk Duro.
Me trying to go through to also keep up all of this as well.
I'm trying to find anyone of like interest.
Felt that. Dean out here making this as complex as a real war document.
I literally did.
0986 is Tiamo's Fair Whistle. That's Ryder's dad.
You don't know this yet. You don't know for sure. You do not know for sure if he's a dad. You just okay.
So
that's the thing. But you don't know the relation. You just know last name is same as
Ryder's dad.
It
But
might.
he is Praveen's
Yes.
something.
They are
Or her
related.
brother or
The
her
fair
husband.
whistles. The fair whistles are indeed like you can at least tell that they're related. But I'm gonna say
Yeah.
that it's not been made
Okay.
canonized if dad, brother, whatever relationship.
Okay.
Yeah. But
So-
Praveen would know. So, I mean, presumably that person's then not MIA and is dead?
I think I got 1769 wrong.
I think I actually just I think it is 1764 because it is most certainly
Oh, okay, so
supposed to be.
Praveen. Okay. Yeah, so that's ignore that. 1987. It's a year. That is Ivan.
Chidababe?
Shitababe.
Okay, let's
Thank
see.
you.
So we got.
Okay, wait. Let me know when
It's
you need
it's
me
it's
to
Ivan Chidababe.
stop. Ivan, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. 1919, we have Christopher Malachi.
I'm gonna go in and replace all the make another version where the numbers are replaced with names.
Yes.
Yeah. 255 is
just-
just the operation number.
Mhm.
Yes, 2-5. Yeah. So you guys have the two documents out and are basically cross-referencing, going through it, and you are finding that a surprising number of these people, in fact, I believe all of them, are listed on this document as deployed spies.
And they're all missing in action except for Dottie Mel, who was killed in action, and Grimoire, who was terminated. 10. Yeah, and then 1092 is the guy that I called Reagan.
Rain.
Rain. Oh my god.
I got you,
Oh,
I
by the
got you.
way- Yeah, there are two. Okay, thank you, Mama. There are
Are there two of the same?
two. Yeah, two 1092.
Two 1092s?
Yeah, I think the one that you meant to keep on there was Rain because Rain is also on the other list.
It definitely was Rain. I forgot.
No,
That's
you're
just
fine. I
that's
wanted
just
to,
a
like,
genuine error on my part.
this guy named Denton.
This guy named Denton.
Yeah,
There are some fun names on here, by the way. If you just go through the list and look at pick out a random name. We have shit like Bertram Hyacinthus. We have shit like Harrison Hayes.
Wow, so interesting. Checking his status, it says missing in action. He's not gone. We know where he is.
Cece, I know that guy. Hi,
I know
Cece.
that guy.
There's two names in here that are references and are entirely there just for fun, but every other name I just made up.
Quentin Knive.
Hi, beloved. I sent you a DM. IDK, if you can check it right now. You can absolutely say it in the Twitch chat, CC. Always. Or the server. Go
Really?
for it.
What is your... The fact that you had to ask permission makes me concerned.
CC DMing me through campaigns, to get messages out is so fucking funny.
Wait, really? OMG. Oh, this good tea's hot.
Is it hot?
Is hot.
It really is.
Yeah, that's hot.
Yeah, that's hot.
CC has said, very delayed response to saying Tiamos is Ryder's dad. I fucking hope not.
Okay.
You
All
hope
right.
not.
All right.
That's so
Well,
real.
They are related, but in other ways. Good to know. Ugh. Okay. She kind of leans back and is like, okay. So either the guy in the temple is actually Grimoire, or or it's just Genesis but different. I don't know. I'm not here.
Here's the modified version of the letter, by the way.
Okay, Swag Gamer, I kiss you on the face. Not on the mouth, though.
Tone Madrid. Bird and Clandestine Operation 255. Silk Duro. Tiamos Fairwhistle. Praveen Fairwhistle. Yvonne Chibadubi. Chibadubi? That's not how you pronounce it. I just wanted to say Chibadubi once.
It's like Buble at the end.
No, it's Chio de Babe. And Christopher Malachi. Missing in action following incident 255. Grimoire Valentine is a double agent and has willingly been sentenced to a temple for protection. Under his escort, Grimoire Valentine double-crossed me, forcing the oral administration of a Silver Point agent. I feel it in my veins. This will be my last transmission. Genesis has deployed forces towards the 8 anchor points to retrieve and destroy the artifacts, and plans to launch multiple assaults upon safe zones, clerical facilities. Azamar are the target. Grimoire Valentine has been deemed a contingency if anchor point cargo is stolen from them. They've planned too far ahead. It's been a good run. It would take a miracle at this rate. Godspeed. Rain Nason.
Lelee's gonna take a sip of that ale that's been sitting there. Just like a long, like... What is 255? What is that, like, what does that signify? That's not a person, that's a thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's clearly some kind of operation/incident.
Operation 255. Benny's racking his memory a bit as he's also looking over the records. Just looking
You try
deep in
to
thought.
recall, but you are hit with the barrier you always receive when trying to access a memory currently sealed from you. But that means it's somewhere in the mindscape.
There's a chance.
Whatever 255 is, it's gonna be in here. I know it. It has to be.
Well, that's handy, I guess. You know, so we have this document, and I know some of the military are like abbreviations about status, but I don't know all of them. What is DOW? Because I keep just thinking of it in my head as like dope, and I know that's not like
No.
Homer Simpson.
Benny, you would know this. It is died of wounds.
Died of wounds.
okay, and
The
then
Silver Point.
DNB, because I assume that does not mean like do not bury or anything like that.
Died
so.
non-battle.
Died
Ah.
non-battle.
It is a kind way of saying people could not handle the stress.
Ah.
It is actually used
And then-
in military documents in the real world.
Mm.
And then FOD.
FOD. Why do I forget this?
Fallen on duty, maybe? Hold on, let me see.
I believe it is fallen on duty.
Fallen
Okay.
or fallen on deployment or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm Googling it.
How is fallen on duty different than killed in action?
Foreign object damage. It's foreign object damage. For gore.
Foreign
stepped on a
object
mine!
damage.
Yep. An unidentified
I see.
Literally, he
object.
stepped on a
Yeah, it's either
alien.
no, it's just like
Aliens?
an
A meteorite came down from space and just bodied them.
Dude, it all ties back into that one shot that we have with the sun. It's always the sun.
It's always this. Oh my god.
I don't like that look you're giving me, Lissy Loops. Put it away.
It's very funny that you mentioned that one shot. Anyways,
You felt that.
Sorry, something hit
she damaged my foreign object till I die of wounds. Thank you, CC. So true, bestie. I love
Oh my
you,
god,
CC.
it's so true.
Oh my god. There
I
are
would do
tears in my
anything
eyes.
for you, CC. I'm fucking crying. Oh my god.
I'm actually crying. There's. Oh my
That's the
We
best
need a
thing I've
second
heard
to
all day.
reset. We need a second to reset. CC broke us.
I just want you to
Godspeed.
know that I only get these messages when you say them out loud to me because my internet cannot handle Twitch
Actually, I need
at
to
all.
open. I need to open.
I'm here to deliver these
What?
messages to you guys.
You can't
that's what
do
you're-
this
that's
to
what
me
you're
when
here
I'm
for.
eating.
She do damage my foreign object till I die of wounds. So true. I'm so good at keeping a straight face. I've realized, like in D&D, I'm serious mode all the fucking time. Oh my god.
Man, you
No, the damage to my lungs cannot be undone, Cece.
There is the sound of cawing.
Foreign object damage to my lung. What?
There is the sound of cawing within the room.
Oh no. No.
Just above you upon the rafters.
I don't want him.
Benny's
Do
gonna
I?
look
I don't
up.
have. Yeah, thanks, Benny.
Staring down
welcome.
at you is a raven with feathers that are a deep crimson red. It startles when you look at it, and very quickly leaves by flying through the window.
Wow.
There's been a sound permeating this scene. A coin, as I described earlier, someone rolling it over his fingers. Occasionally they would bump against one of his fingernails and make a tiny little ding. That has been underlaid throughout this entire time of thinking and pondering. You hear the sound of the coin being tossed into the air and caught right as the bird leaves. As that cloaked figure in the corner of the room just
Motherfucker, dude.
as he just slowly but surely walks out of the bar.
So, what does the red crow mean, guys? You seem to have like a reaction to that. And
As this man is leaving, he is going to kind of just barely flick his finger and such. The coin kind of tosses between it. He is going to drop concentration on Major Illusion.
Huh?
Aw.
No. What? Stop laughing. What did you do?
That is the scariest, like, that is the best reaction I've ever gotten. Just, huh?
Major
wanna
Illusion?
mom?
I'll
Me
Major
wanna
Illusion
mom?
your mom.
Oh.
I'll Major Illusion your mom.
He is going to drop concentration on Major Illusion. And is going to cast Firebolt. As he just casts his hand behind him and is going to firebolt your stack of papers of records that you guys have out.
Counters, no. No. Can I sleight of hand or move them at all?
I would like you to roll sleight of hand.
Okay.
Can I just jump
I mean,
on the
isn't
table
the
and
only
shield
paper we
them
have
I'm
out
bitches?
gonna
this
make
one
out of
record,
this.
though?
I'm gonna make out with this dice. It better work.
What were you saying, Arden? Or Morgue?
Wouldn't the only record we have out be this one about the Battle of Eros, though?
Yes, that
And
is
the
the record
note?
that you guys have out.
Okay.
It is that record, it is the note, but it's also the notebook because they're all kind of in the same general area on the table. That is where
Gotcha.
he's
Guess
firebolting
what,
right
gamers? I'm absolutely gaming right now. That is a 22 sleight of hand.
now. Lelee, you as
I feel like it's tied into the fact that she's utterly terrified of fire, so any hint of heat behind her that isn't natural is like, I gotta get it.
Lelee, your reaction time is deadly quick. You are trying to figure shit out. Oh my god, Cece, not right now!
You know how easy it is to make me break. I watched Tammy.
I will
make a
say,
bad message.
Cece's two messages, which are for Morgue. Red crows mean the prophecy. Blue crows are the only real ones, of which there are like 3 left in existence.
I see.
And after that, Cece said she a major on my illusion. She drop on my major illusion till I bolt. She bolt on my major till I illusion. Followed by sorry in all caps.
Good stuff.
You're too funny.
As
You're
you
too
begin
funny.
as you begin to feel the heat picking up in the room around you, you instantly lock on to you need to keep these papers safe because who the fuck else in the world will believe you? You need this information. He has too many contingencies, too many excuses for you guys not to have the paperwork to back up your findings. So you grab the note, slide over the desk, hide beneath the bar. The firebolt instead is going to hit the alcohol at the back of the room.
Ah!
And I would like you
Well-
all to roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Thankfully, I'm also
Luckily,
sick at
we
Dex.
monks.
Yeah.
Wow.
Benny, if you get a low roll, I swear to all that is holy and unholy, I am going to ground you in real life.
I'm gonna get grounded in real life. Oh, never mind. That's a 16. We're good. Wait, what's my modifier?
That's a good idea.
It's a plus. It's a plus. Wait.
Plus one. Okay.
All right,
So I-
24.
13 plus
Hey,
11,
bestie.
so... Hey, I
So-
also got a 24.
Here is the point in the campaign where I get to reveal the DC.
Oh, no. What did
Whatever-
you do? Is it 30 or something? I'm
Here's
gonna
where
eat you alive.
Here's where I get to reveal the DC of the person who just dropped my major illusion on themselves, which, as his tail turns the corner, it is the tiefling in the conductor's costume, Grimoire Valentine.
Oh,
Classic.
him.
I will say,
He's here.
and this might be a weird question, but
Mhm.
would this actually be against a spell save DC though? This is the alcohol exploding
You
unintentionally.
are
Morgue.
right. I do not get to reveal it. Thank you, Morgue.
That's probably saving us from being burnt, so...
It is saving
Yeah.
you from being burnt. It is not. However, you now do not have the information that I hold. You only have the implications of why I would
Yeah.
bring such a thing up. Anywho,
Yeah, that it
Um,
would fail. The DC's probably like 30.
anyways, DC is going to be just 15 for this. So you guys all
Okay.
succeed and are going to take half damage unless you are a monk, in which case you are taking no damage because monks are off the shits. Benny, you are taking 40. Oh, nope. That's the unhalved version. Not in the 40s. Gotta reduce that. Reduce, reuse, recycle. So
Woo.
that is going to be, that is just 9. It's going to be 25 points of fire damage for you, Benny.
Oh no!
So, you guys scatter. As the alcohol catches flame, it is going to just rupture out throughout this bar. As Lelee, you grab the papers and you fucking bolt to the side of the room. You flip over a table, you duck behind it, the fire like writhes around you and just through both sides of the table. Like, it just barely misses the top of your head, but you manage to duck and curl yourself into cover. A little bit of your bat cloak is singed along the way, but you are safe. Arden, you as well manage to kind of just like maneuver yourself to an area that is like pretty good cover. Benny, some of the flames do manage to catch your wings as you hide behind a desk. The smell of burning feathers is familiar to you. It is soon that you are going to figure out why, but for now, you are going to take the 25 points of fire damage as the whole room is coated in flames. The other thing that he was covering with his minor illusion was the fire's already set inside of this room.
Love that.
Shit's on
I want him
fire.
gone. I want him dead.
Because
Me and you
Well,
both.
gang, I guess we
there
better
is
leave.
there is a particular case that is there is a floorboard that has been pulled up out of the like the general area in this big bar. There's a floorboard that has been pulled up and there's flames coursing out from it, and you guys see paper shards flying out. Benny, the memory
Alright,
just
well-
very suddenly comes towards you. That's where you guys kept your transactions between the spies. That's where you kept all of their
No,
transmissions.
no. No, we need those!
I mean,
Benny's
you can still
busy.
dump water on them. I have water. Let's see. I guess. No, I mean, water probably is the best way to go here. If they burn more, that's not going to help.
Oh god. Okay,
I mean, if
Lily's
they
gonna
get
really
wet,
quick
that's also
cast
not going to help, but...
If Arden dumps the water on here, Lily's gonna cast control water with key points and do a modified version of which is, I think it's like the river one. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, although
because
actually, what's it like underneath the floorboard? Can I see it all, or does it just seem like a general hole?
You can absolutely see it. There is a pretty big hole under there that has been used to store a number of very important documents. If Benny's reaction has anything to go by, there are a number of ciphers.
Could I suffocate the flames? Is that an option, or does it need to be water? Like, is it...
You could definitely, yeah, I mean, you could always try to suffocate them, because it's only like a...
Wait, okay.
Yeah.
If that's the case,
Because this is like the smoke is rising up like exponentially from this one floorboard. It doesn't seem, there's not really many other places for the oxygen to get in.
Gotcha. Okay, then I'll just, I mean, there's like stools and stuff, right?
Yeah.
That we've been sitting on this whole time?
Yep.
Yeah, I'll just grab one and put it up in it. Just
Yep,
stick it on it, like
absolutely.
shove it down with all my strength.
You just grab it and
Smother
you
that
instantly slam it on top of these like billowing smoke in the floor and the hole in the ground, and the flame just snuffs out as you slowly kind of.
Alright, I'll give it a minute so that I can make sure all the embers
Yes.
are gone, and then I'll pull the. So I'll wait like 5 minutes or something. I mean, I know like the impatience is there, but we gotta wait. We gotta make sure that's out.
Yep.
And then once that's passed, then I'll take the stool away.
You pull it away. You put it back down where it is now covered in just black soot on
It happens.
sitting end of it, and you just see a bunch of black.
I guess I'll tell the other people in the room,
charcoal.
hey, don't sit on that.
There's just a bunch
Or
of
do.
black charcoal inside of the hole.
Hmm.
No.
I'll take a knife and just like kind of gently see if there's any kind of like see if there's any little scraps left or anything. But
Yeah,
Probably
you
not.
absolutely. You kind of reach down. There is smoke just rising out from it, so you kind of have to hold your breath and close your eyes as they kind of sting a little
not
bit.
if
But
I've suffocated all the way. There wouldn't be. There shouldn't be any
True.
smoke in there anymore.
you're right, actually. I'd say that there is probably just like a puff that came out when you removed it from the
Yeah.
residue, but okay, it is gone. You are correct. You bend down and you start kind of rummaging around, and it kind of has this like crispy noise of just burnt. You knife up something that has been a little bit shielded, just slightly. The only thing legible is in very neat handwriting. It just says Operation Requiem. The rest of it's burnt.
Huh, well, Operation Requiem is apparently a thing. I guess I'll take the paper that's left.
You take it. The rest is burnt beyond recognition.
I feel like Arden kind of thinks to herself, she's like, are there any spells that, like, recover documents? Has anybody ever, like, done that?
Mending. Lily's gonna
I
hold
don't
her
think
hand down. She's
mending
gonna
will
touch the paper.
unburn something.
She's gonna try anyways.
Let me look this up.
Yeah, while you look at it, I'm gonna go.
I need to figure
I
this
think-
shit out. This spell repairs a single break or tear in an object, such as a broken
Yeah.
chain link, 2 halves of a broken key, a torn cloak, a leaking wineskin. As long as the break or tear is no longer than 1 foot in any dimension, you mend it. This is not a break or tear. This is pure fire damage.
I mean, technically, we could take it all out, put all the pieces of burnt paper next to each other, and try mending on them until we got, like, a solid piece. But I don't know
It's
why you would do that.
It's
Like,
just
I don't think that would
blackened.
do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, theoretically, if you had ink on it, they would technically... I think there are technically ways scientifically now to actually discern what was written on it, but I don't think we'd have that in whatever this world is. I don't think the
I
science
also
is that,
don't know if we
is
can
that
take
good.
them back to do that.
Who
Okay.
knows?
Well, I mean,
Alright.
you
Arden absolutely
are they
insane
in like a container in there, or were they just like shoved in a hole?
They were just shoved in a hole.
Okay, so yeah, it'd be a little
Arden.
difficult. I mean, you could slide under something underneath them and like, pick it up.
Yeah,
but
okay.
I don't know that there's any spells that unburn things. I mean, there
I
might
need
be.
to-
Like,
I need
there's
to-
people who are like archivists and stuff. I assume archaeologists exist in this universe.
Jesper is an
Maybe they don't.
archivist.
But-
Yeah, we've got Jesper, but Arden, okay. Operation 255, right? The only one that's been mentioned in any of these reports, and the only document to survive this fire is one that says Operation Requiem. Coincidence? I think not.
I mean,
Trying
that's
to get rid of
fair.
all the evidence before we get to find it.
Well, we know there is a 255, and we also know there's a Requiem. They could be the same thing. Who knows? But we can, I mean, I guess there's nothing really stopping us taking the burnt papers. If anybody would know a spell to unburn things, it would be the archivist, for sure. That's the kind of person who would know, presumably.
Okay, well, I guess we're... Stacey, stop!
What the fuck
I'll
did
just,
she say? She mend my objects till I burst into flames. Thank you, CC.
I'm a child! I'm a child! Anyways, Lily's like, well, okay. And she's just gonna start, like, stacking together really burnt papers.
I mean, they're probably all, like, kind of in there still. Like, I was using a knife so I could just sort of peel them off each other.
Mhm.
But, so just,
if they're
slide
obviously-
something underneath it?
Some
I
of
assume
them,
we have flat objects of some sort.
some
and
of
then
them
just
are
lift them
like really burnt in the way that if you pick it up, they crumble a little bit. But like you're very delicate with them. You're able to place them into a bag for the time being and just hope that they are not beyond
I
salvation.
figured we could take like the plank that was already pried up and just put them on top of the plank.
Yeah, definitely you can do that. And just all right. You pull them out. And I'm assuming
Well,
that
I
you're
mean-
just keeping them for now?
The worst comes to worst, we just pitch them. I mean, paper doesn't. Well, I guess this isn't paper anymore exactly, but this doesn't take up that much space. So
So. Anyways, where's the orb?
You guys hear the sound once again of the caw from the raven outside. And you begin to hear the sound of spurs approaching in calculated steps.
Orb. Grab the orb. Where's the orb? Grab the orb. Benny, where's the orb? I don't want to deal with
Benny's
it.
gonna wildly start looking around for the orb.
is there
I would
like a
you to roll
window
perception.
in here?
Yeah, absolutely. Start rolling. Okay, so Benny, you can roll perception. What are you guys looking for right now in this moment?
Lily's
where are
trying
you
to
seeing?
look. Yeah, Lily's trying to look to see who's showing up with her tremor sense.
All right, Lelee, you are looking to see who the fuck is rolling up. Benny, what are you looking for? Orb?
Joining the
Orb.
smoke
I got a
show.
14 to look for orb.
I got a
14.
let's see,
14.
plus 8. I gotta add 8 to 25.
I got 18.
18?
I got a
Perfect.
23 to orb.
23 to orb.
Orb looking.
Orb looking. So Arden, you quickly head towards the window and try and find some sort of like evidence of the orb. You're looking for shines, for gleams, for the kind of like ambient noise that they make in the distance. And it once again seems, like before, with Lelee climbing the tree, that the only glint is in the air.
All right,
But
well, I'm
there is
yoinking
no-
that window. I'm like, all right, everybody, let's go.
But there is
this-
no tree leading up towards it. It is just a uncharacteristic shine exactly
cool.
where the sun is.
Is this on the back of the building?
This window?
Window? Mm-hmm.
It can be. We'll say. For your
Cool.
sake.
It's on the back of the. All right, I'm yanking it open. I hope this is an openable window. don't actually
I
know.
would like you to
Okay.
start rolling. I would like you to roll athletics at advantage because this is like burnt actively, and so it's gonna be a little bit easier to tear out. Actually, I would like you
cool.
to roll stealth as you're doing this
Stealth.
instead of athletics.
Gotcha. Okay.
I'd say that you can pull it
Alright.
out. It's just how quiet are you gonna be when you pull it out?
Gotcha. Okay, so 16 on stealth.
16 on stealth, so you find it quickly and you just shout out for the rest of the group, and you are going to grab the edges of this kind of like window matrix area and are just going to kind of quickly like push it out but catch it as it falls through and start like reorient it so you can pull it back in the room and set it down on the ground. The glass
I'm like,
makes a
everybody, go, 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 out
go,
the
go.
window.
Out the window.
I mean, I'm
Really?
not that loud about it, but I'm like, but like
You-
the other two, I'm like, come on, guys, we gotta go.
you
out the
tremor
window.
sensed. And you only felt one pair of footsteps on the ground. But by the sound of flapping outside. There's probably more. But these footsteps are regal. They are slow. The sound of spurs are not spurs, per se. Some birds have things called kicking talons, specifically peacocks. And they just like as you walk against the ground. That is the noise and the sensation that you feel from the person walking.
All right,
And
it's the prophecy. We gotta go.
As you guys head towards the window, you hear as a voice calls out, "Kill anyone with wings, and anyone who tries to protect them."
Yeah, I'm shoving Benny out the window.
Let's go. Come on, let's go. All right, out of here.
You guys like rush your way out the window, and I would like you all to roll stealth
All
as you
right.
guys squeeze your way
no.
through the window. Because as you exit, you see there is a tree outside, and there is a red raven perched upon the tree, scanning. Looking
Get
at
away from
20 on
me.
stealth.
I got a 26 on myself.
I got a natural 20.
its head is like
17.
cocking around. It kind of just
Surveillance bird.
its eyes scan.
Surveillance bird does not see me.
They pass right over you guys. And then head snaps. They caw out loud, and they just like lift off from their perch and head towards an area where you see an Azamar child start running to the left,
God. Oh.
and then you hear a and a thump.
If Benny tries to go after them, Lelee will grab his shirt.
As a crossbow bolt is shot at the child
Oh, too
and
late.
hits.
I feel like Arden's just like, well,
Benny is keeping his head down. He
can't do
doesn't
anything about
even
that.
want to see.
Pretty sure they're dead already.
You guys are
All
currently
right.
not seen, but you do hear the sound of screams breaking out as people start running in all directions. Spells begin casting out in every which direction. As you see these figures, they're dressed in very similar outfits to what the Somnambulist wears. Doctor's robes, long and flowing, and they have, of course, these masks, bird masks, plague doctor masks as we know them today. But in the world of the Cursed Ones, they are just the masks of the prophecy's followers, the doctors. One of them, with kicking talons of their own, descends from the sky, of which they are riding upon a giant, fearsome-looking, contorted, cursed beast with bird wings. They step off the side of it, and with their kicking talons, they begin walking towards the child obscured by the bush, the one that was shot. They holster a crossbow and start stepping towards them. Do you do anything?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that. I mean, I feel like that kid's already dead. Or did the crossbow will not have killed a child? I feel
We
like that would
can't
kill a
do
child.
anything. We can't do anything. We need to
Arden's
get
gonna
out of
Arden's
here.
gonna point at the orb, and I guess be like, well, you can either throw me at it, or you could probably fly and get it. I guess I don't know exactly how high it is off the ground.
Lelee
I
and
can
Benny.
fly.
Lelee
sorry, go
also
ahead.
has wings right now, but I will say,
Oh, really?
yeah, because
Okay.
I mentioned that at the start of the scene. Lelee has wings.
Somehow my brain did not register that.
Yeah,
like, at all.
yeah, because I mentioned that
Lily
Benny
would
had
have a
their
hard time aiming because once you're in
Yeah.
the air, then there's no
Yeah.
ground to
It
tremor.
is about 200 feet in the air.
Benny, is
Benny, I
gonna
think you're
look
gonna
to-
need to fly.
Benny is gonna look at them and go, if you guys can provide a small distraction, I should be able to get it. But you need to be
I'm great at
careful.
those.
Arden kind of thinks she's like,
When-
well, I mean, if we
Oh
wanted
my
a
God.
distraction, we could always like try and beat the shit out of these people.
When Benny hears Lelee say that, Benny looks so worried, and he just puts a hand.
Arden says
puts a
it.
hand. Oh my god.
Is there a water source nearby? Like any kind of river, an entire ocean.
You can tremor sense and you can feel that there are waterways set up in this village. And there's likely a well. But
Even better.
it's very close to where everyone is. And probably about 80, 90 feet from where you stand. You guys are at the back of the tavern. All the other chaos is happening around the front.
Okay. So the thing about control water is that the range is 300 feet. You
Jesus.
said it's 90 feet away.
It's 90 feet away, the well is.
And I like the fascinating thing about water underground is that water erodes very quickly. I think it erodes quicker than people actually expected, especially when like soil is
Are you
very
about to
silty and
science
very-
me? Every time someone goes onto like a tangent during D&D, I know I'm about to get scienced.
But
Or
what
me
I'm-
remembering
what
when I
I'm-
used the sulfuric
The
stuff
sulfur.
to
No.
But what I'm braining right now is taking the water from the waterways and driving it because the redirect flow part of control water says you cause flowing water in the area to move in a direction you choose, even if the water has to flow over obstacles, up walls, or in other unlikely directions. An unlikely direction is through the ground. Lelee has tremor sense, therefore she knows the exact positioning of each creature in this area. Therefore,
They're
if I
flying.
control
They're flying.
water-
They're flying. They're flying.
Okay.
The only one
Okay,
who isn't
then I
flying
would-
is the doctor who is heading towards the child, and who you presume
Drop him.
is the
Drop
main
him.
guy with
That
the
is
kicking
even
talons.
better. That is even better because
Get him. Get him.
okay. So what I'm assuming you've seen cartoons before. Science out of the window. I've already scienced you enough, but you know how cartoons work. You know, like in those really comical sections where there's water going under the ground, and they're like, "Oh no, I'm about to get blasted, aren't I?" And then they get blasted. Well, so what Lelee has in her mind right now is take water from source, flow water all the way through the ground to where the guy is standing, shoot water up like geyser, because that's how it works, and then just start tossing him around like a toy in the air.
Yeet him.
Yeah, because once this water is in the air, she only knows where the water is in the air. She doesn't actually know where anything else is. So she basically can just like wiggle it around. And that's enough. That's enough of a distraction, I think.
I am so mad right now, okay? Because
Chaotic.
should I even say why I'm mad? I'm gonna say why I'm fucking mad. Because you need to see who is casting the spell to cast counterspell. There is nothing I can do.
Okay, so after Lelee says, I can make a great distraction, she like drops into stance and is like, okay, guys.
Benny's
You're
gonna
about to...
Benny's gonna say one last thing before she does this, and he's just gonna put a hand on her shoulder, and he's just gonna say, "Be careful, little bird." And he's gonna gun it for that.
20 wisdom saving throw for her curse, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Holy shit!
Fucking Lelee curse, please God, do not get a low number. I'm gonna shit.
Okay, no, I got a nat 20 to pass it. We're good.
Okay, thank God.
That's why I'm like, oh my god. Anyways,
Okay.
okay. After he says that,
Is there any last discussion, by the way, of like what this fucking plan is? Because I'm gonna go to the washroom real quick. You guys can. Oh my God.
okay, I'll explain it in character while you go pee. Okay, so she kind of like tilts her head to both of them and is like, okay, water goes through dirt.
Yeah.
That guy is standing
You're-
on dirt.
You're gonna put the guy in the water.
I'm gonna put the guy in the water, and then I'm gonna put the guy in the water in the sky, and then I'm gonna put the guy in the water in the sky on the ground, and I'm gonna throw him around like a hacky sack. Do you even know what a hacky sack is, Arden? I'll teach you what a hacky sack is.
You're gonna
I
be
do
great.
actually know what a hacky sack is.
However, and she knows this because she's worked with spellcasters before and she's seen counterspell in action. You can't let him see me. That is not
Okay.
negotiable. Cannot.
Arden will just move and like stand between you and the guy.
Okay.
have like the bedroll, like one hand on the bedroll where you just pull it out, use it like a barrier.
Exactly. This is the funniest thing I think I've ever been able to do.
Yeet him into the sky. See, I was thinking you just like use the water to open a sinkhole and just drop him.
No, I'm gonna throw him in the sky.
The ground just swallows everybody who's done bad things. They gone.
I mean,
Hey,
okay, there.
I-
Yeah.
I need to show you guys the clip I stole that little bird bit from, because it's literally my headcanon Benny voice.
Okay.
Please continue. I'm sorry. I'm just so excited.
No, you're fine. I just think it's really funny because Lelee logically could have just like done anything else.
No, I think
I
this
have
is
a-
the only logical option.
Well, it's because she was focused on like controlling water earlier because of the fire. So
Mhm.
you know how like sometimes when your brain latches onto an idea and you really want to find a way to make it work, and she's like, "Geyser, I could kill him, not kill, maim, murder, get rid of."
No, you could kill him.
I don't want to kill him.
It might-
It's a memory. Hi,
All
you're
right.
still muted.
I mean, he is
I'm
trying to
unmuted.
kill a child, like, actively, so, like, if you do kill him, like, that's fine.
There is the doctor is trying to kill the child. There is still the other
Yeah.
like main guy. Okay. So
Yeah, well, I feel like
The thing
maybe
is,
with
is
the
if I
same
get
trick,
rid
you
of
could
the
also... Maybe, honestly, I'm thinking you drop the doctor on the main guy. Just drop him out of the sky as close
I
as
can't
possible.
aim that well. You're gonna have to help me.
Okay.
You
I
remember
mean, I
the-
can, because
this is going
I
to
don't
be
have
full
wings.
of shenanigans, but I want you guys to roll for initiative. You guys have surprise round, so you have a whole round of initiative where you can do whatever the fuck you want.
I feel like that one weehee emoji.
Let's see. +5, so
Rolling in as well.
7 + 5 is 12. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna put my rolls in. Oof. And if you could get an initiative, boy.
Benny, initiative time. I can initiative boy. really
Initiative
quick.
boy. Oh my god. Benny, initiative time. Real?
Yeah, Benny initiative time. I can do
Roll against
Initiative
me, Morgue.
Cool. Let's see, 10. I rolled a 10. I don't know. Do I need to add my initiative to that again, or just?
Yes.
Just 10.
However,
Okay,
I
so
have
then-
gotten a nat 20, so you are going to go after.
Okay, so never mind. Yeah.
which, yeah.
Okay, so we have 21 is going to be top. Have who have rolled that. Sorry, I'm rolling. Okay, this is the initiative order. However, you guys have surprise this round, so the question mark, Dr. 1, Dr. 2, and Dr. 3 can do nothing. Arden, Benny, and Lelee, you guys all have a free turn to do whatever the fuck you want. So, Lelee, is it
Suck
time?
it, loser. Not you, by the way. I didn't mean loser in you terms. I
It's
meant
okay,
you.
I am loser.
Okay, yeah, it is time. I think she's been like trying to keep herself from actively starting it so she can explain to other people. But with Arden placed between her, she still can like locations of places and stuff, but it's an
Yes.
added precaution, so counterspell cannot easily be casted. She knows this because she's seen Sharpay cast counterspell so many times.
Yes.
So she is going to expend, I forget how much it is, it's on my sheet.
I believe it's
how
like
much?
2 or 3 key points. Has to be
It
something.
is 4.
4 key
it
points.
is-
Okay, good. I was gonna say if it's less than that, it's unbalanced as fuck. But 4 is fine.
Yeah. Yeah, she's gonna expend 4 key points and like dig her feet into the ground almost. And the plan will now be enacted to give you a verbal
Yes, please give it to
recap
us.
on what she's doing. So, are there people in the place with the water sources right now? I'm assuming so. Yes.
Yes, so basically, they have all kind of broken off into different directions, but it is all within a maximum, like, 200 feet. No,
Yeah, okay.
because they haven't even gone that far. Basically, so the main people, aka the question mark, and 2 other doctors, which you cannot feel, are 90 feet away. But this one that is close to you, who has just attacked that child, is 30 feet away.
Okay. What these people who are running away see is all of the water, even including the water in the well, absolutely disappearing.
Oh.
It's like when a drain is clogged and then it suddenly gets unclogged. It's just
Gorp?
and there's this
There
rumbling.
is a small,
there's-
like, river that goes through the town that just sinks into the water. It's like a storm drain that has sucked everything up. And there is now a point in the earth where you are controlling all of the water in a, 300-foot radius?
300-foot radius, baby. It's not a 300-foot radius. It's a 300-foot cube.
300-foot cube.
Damn.
300 feet of water is 300 feet of water is now underground. What do you do with
so
it?
She's going to drag her hand across, like how water bending works almost.
Yes.
And the ground is going to begin to rumble. However, since we have surprise, you can't do jack squat.
I can't do jack shit. I can do nothing to stop this.
You feel
Oh my God.
you're like, earthquakes happen sometimes.
And because the plane, the point A to point B is pretty like smooth in terms of elevation, she can drag it as fast as she wants to build momentum. So she drags her hand across the ground, and as soon as she hits the point with the water that the man is standing right above, she
Which one are you
drives her fist-
targeting?
The guy who's the only guy on the ground.
The only guy on the ground? Okay.
Yeah, the guy
there
with
is-
the crossbow about to kill a kid.
Oh,
There's
yeah,
2
no.
people on the ground,
so
right?
there's the doctor who's about to kill the kid, and then the main guy 90 feet away.
I have an even better idea. You're gonna hate me even more. So
I am, but I don't care. I love it. Do it. Do it.
So, because redirect flow is such an thing, the water is going to surface beneath the one closest to Lelee.
Mhm.
It is going to move at such exponential speeds. Like, you know how whenever you look at like whitewater rafting, it looks almost terrifying to get caught up into? It's like
Yes.
that, except there are no rocks that can truly demonstrate how fast this water is moving. Because it traveled 80 feet to get here with no like obstacles in its way, because redirect flow like acts like that.
Yeah.
So she drives it up. It's like a weird little angular motion, but it goes up beneath their feet, drives forward towards the second guy, and then goes up.
So, what in effect does this do? Dare I ask?
Okay. They are winged. However, because the water is there, they are now wet.
Fuck, you're right.
Which I don't know if you know this, but birds really can't fly when they're wet.
Yes.
So they are now flung as far as she can take it, and because the water is directly at the surface, that is 300 feet in the air.
It just registered. It just registered. What the fuck?
And I guess we know that the other person is like
I can't even
in front
cast a
of the
reaction.
bar, right? We know
They're
that we know that the
both
person in the horse is like in front of the bar.
Yeah. Well,
They're both
If Lelee, if I tell you to move the guy, you know, as he's going up in the air, like go at a slight angle, so that you move over, like, I guess that'd be 30 feet, right? Did you say they were 30 feet from
if you can
each other?
adjust her like stance, the way that I
Yeah,
like, set
no,
it up is that
exactly.
it will move with her movements.
Cool. All right. Arden's just gonna like take a look at how it's moving, take a look at Lelee, and then like grab like the Do you have sleeves?
No, she has
Yeah.
bare skin.
I see. Okay.
No,
well,
who put bear on her skin? My bad.
Lelee does have like bandage wraps over her hands.
Arden's just gonna
Yes,
be,
bandage
I'm
wraps,
gonna
but-
I'm gonna redirect this so that Arden just looks at Lelee and is like, he could totally fall on the other guy. I'm gonna grab your wrists and move it so that he's gonna so that hopefully he'll land on him. And just
I passed
like
the wisdom save. We're good.
cool.
Okay, we're good.
So Arden takes Lelee's hands and just like kind of like like looking behind her, just like moves them just enough where she's pretty sure it's gonna fall on the dude on the horse. Like pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. You are sent 300 feet in the air at an angle.
Yeah.
Arden's like doing the math in her head. I always feel like Arden's good at math. I think that's
carry
true.
these two up on a jet stream and you make them go towards a collision course at one another. There is no time to react as the water completely overwhelms them and guides their movements towards one another. And
I want to see how many people I can get with this. Honestly, it's like it's like
the most
you ever get one
painful
of those
thing.
puzzles where you redirect the laser with mirrors.
The most painful thing I will have to say is that I believe, with surprise, let me just double check.
I mean, they can
Can't
probably try
do
to
anything. It's. I think it's still Lily's turn.
Rules as written. If neither side tries to be stealthy, they automatically notice each other. But you guys were stealth checking around. Otherwise, the DM, whatever. If you are surprised, you cannot move or take an action on your first turn of combat, and you can't take a reaction until that turn ends. I can't cast Featherfall. I have Featherfall, and I can't fucking cast
It's like one of those. It's like one of those little
You have
little
trump
games where you
carded
shoot
me.
the ball at the bricks and you're trying to like destroy the bricks.
This is
I'm
checkmate.
doing that with the people, but with the people.
You have
yeet them at each other.
fucking checkmated me. You send them in a collision course, push them upwards towards one another with Arden guiding your hand so that it makes the perfect collision in the air.
Smack.
It is red in the air. I already know that the pressure alone of slamming into like the prophecy midair while being sent at that trajectory to like 300 feet up within less than 6 seconds, mind you,
okay.
because of action economy. We don't need to
So
do the
6
math
seconds.
because the doctor is fucking dead. And we explode
Okay.
like a fucking pustule of blood and feathers and just
also counts as water.
by Job it does.
So, okay, you want to hear the funny physics side of this?
Yes.
As altitude increases, because Lelee is not decreasing speed, the water is continuously picking up speed every like as far as it gets. The initial speed before it breaches the surface is 50 feet per second. So at this moment, they are building up speed, and if possible, could breach the atmosphere. if she was able to keep going outside of the 300-foot cube, they would be sent to space. Like if this
Technically,
was not
even if
travel,
you had
this could get
detected.
higher.
Okay, but Lelee, even when she releases control of the water at 300 feet, that doesn't stop its momentum. That doesn't stop its momentum. It would keep going.
I am
You are.
And I'm not kidding. I am not kidding, by the way. I'm gonna send like the bit for redirect flow. Because
Okay.
this is
I would also like to say
Yeah.
that people will fall in D&D. When you are falling, you fall 500 feet per 6 seconds per round. So there is nothing that this man can do at all because of surprise, because of how you set this up, because of how far you threw him.
Well, but he would actually have upward momentum. So if the water's going up, even when Lelee releases control, it still has it won't be gaining speed anymore because gravity will be taking away its speed, but it will still be going. Like it won't.
Yeah.
It won't stop.
It goes in. It
so
goes into
they may very well go to space.
I'd say
I don't know.
that when the
I don't know
collision is
what it takes
made,
to break the gravity of
the blood just
But yeah.
explodes around the figure in the air.
I suppose I should describe him now as he majestically jettisons his way up to the fucking heavens themselves.
Gone as hell.
Can I even say this description with a straight face? What you see before you is a man unlike you've ever seen before, drenched in water.
Yeah, definitely not. He's wet and pathetic.
He's not elven,
He's wet
not
and pathetic.
Aarakocra, but something in between. A strange man with spindly features and sunken eyes hidden behind red goggles. His neck is long and covered in feathers. His outfit is shockingly regal, but is now drenched in blood and liquid. He's dressed in garments akin to a plague doctor, a double-layered brown shawl that leads into long, flowing coattails. Alongside this are high-waisted black pants that lead into bird-like talons with long, kicking spikes that shimmer at the end with obsidian black. This is the same description I gave to a man in the Halloween one-shot. Presley Kane, the prophecy.
That bitch.
I just killed the prophecy for a second time! Let's
Yeah.
He's not dead yet. The first impact has not killed him yet. The doctor's body
Yeah, but he's
splattered
dead
across his
inside, for
face.
sure.
The beak and pretty much the teeth of the man are embedded into his jaw up and down. That man's skeleton has practically vaporized and has stabbed into the side of the prophecy all over from the impact.
Man.
The upward momentum.
What is this?
The
Neon
upward
Genesis
momentum
Evangelion?
continues. As it reaches a peak, as Lelee, you feel your connection to the water stop. But it's enough. Do you just finish it there and let him drop?
Because the water stops, he'll still be launched because it's at an angle, so he'll leave the area of the water and will still fall, but she can still keep the water up there in case anybody else wants to go on a ride.
You know what?
Based.
Yeah. You keep the water jettisoning up, but you kind of move it away so that he will be falling, correct?
Yes.
There's nothing he can do.
Splat.
Is that the end of your turn?
I mean, if I want to take a bonus action, I'm kidding.
Ha! You can, though.
I can bonus action do the exact same thing again for 4 more key points.
This is illegal.
This is only.
Yeah, wait, okay. No, because I have action surge. I'm not gonna do it again.
Theoretically, and I hate to bring this up,
already did.
theoretically, because now that I think about it, they can't even cast reactions if they wanted to cast Counterspell. You could very well have Arden, you guys could just walk out of cover and identify where everyone else is and just send them into the heavens. If you wanted to.
I mean,
You can do it. I am letting you do it.
Arden and Lelee are metaphorically looking at each other like,
Lily's gonna with the hand that is not holding the water still, she's gonna stick her arm out to loop through Arden's. Just let's go.
let's go.
And you guys,
they walk merrily out of cover.
you guys kind of start low cover, but you guys make your way and push yourselves out from your place of hiding right into the midst of the completely drenched battle scene. What is raining from the sky from that exploded man before? There's mist in the air that blocks out the sun above.
Blood, disintegrating.
And we haven't even hit Arden's turn yet.
Matter.
And Lelee,
And
you action surge. You kind of reset your water position and you regain control of the flow again. Arden, there is, of course, the prophecy who is now falling. And alongside that, the 2 remaining doctors, which are no more than 20 feet apart from one another. And
Okay.
perfect.
yeah, you can reach them.
All right. Well, honestly, my thinking is that we gently do a big old turn with this water. We grab both of the other doctors and we slam them into the prophecy as well.
Yeah, okay. So because the water can move at literally any speed I want it to, the water from above is going to slam into the ground. It is going to build up momentum as it is slamming into the ground. Not fully slam, but duck down.
Yeah.
It is going to cut into the earth
Yeah,
as
no.
she drags her hand around
It,
and it goes right beneath the other two.
yep, it goes right beneath them,
They
and
are-
it scoops them up.
And Lelee's gonna like let Arden guide her hands for this, but she's
Yep.
just gonna whoop.
Right. Honestly, I feel like, the prophecy's already falling down. But just like comment, like
Put it
as
back
he's
up.
falling, Arden's kind of got those good eyes, the good monk eyes from all the long bowing,
The good monk guys.
Yeah.
bowing, whatever. Shooting
You
them
know,
bows.
like, the trajectory of, like, how to hit things from afar.
Yeah, honestly, this is much easier than shooting a longbow because, like,
It's
you don't
kind
have
of
to
a thing.
calculate. You don't have to like pay
Yeah.
attention to like the
All you
wind
need
and
to
make sure
do-
that's all.
All you need to do is aim. Like,
Yeah, all I have to do is aim. So
It is basically hit scam.
I have both of these dudes that they're also now very wet. And I'm just like, and I kind of like watch, the prophecies falling, and I see where they're going, and I just make it so that the two intersect, and kind of just blast him off to the side, like kind of hit it, just boom, make him be farther away from us. Honestly.
they clap him from both fucking sides.
Oh no!
Red. The sky is
Clap
red.
of my bird people keeps alerting the guards.
Red. The sky is red. As just like fucking fireworks. They just explode upon impact. Alongside the feathered companions, the cursed beasts that they are riding upon, feathers are raining from the sky. As is the mist from above. People are screaming for their fucking lives, by the way. This is horrifying.
I feel like
I mean, that's fair. Honestly, I think
add to
after
the
this is done,
horrific-
Arden's gonna kind of tug on Lelee's arm and just like roll us both. I'm gonna roll us both into a bush.
Yeah, I'm just going to I'm just gonna remove all the doctors from initiative because they are dead. They are the water now. They are vaporized.
Absolute horror of this moment as Lelee is doing this. She is cackling. She is having an amazing time. She's just like,
Honestly, I think Arden's also kind of like. I think Arden's also just kind of like. This is really funny.
Benny is in the bush still. Like, what the hell?
But he is like flying up to the orb and just like looks behind him and just sees this red mist and is like, what in the goddamn? What did they do?
He's not even thinking that. He's just thinking, I'm so fucking proud of them.
We got so many problems.
I'm so proud of my silly little chaos children that come with me.
But yeah,
to
now
my-
We have
and
not.
both of us in the nearest bush, just so that there's not a direct line of sight. I want to see what happens.
I was gonna say, Arden,
and
that is
also,
your
like,
turn.
populace are kind of freaking out, and I don't want them to be like, "Oh my god, demons!" You know?
Yeah, Arden, you grab Lelee and you guys recede into the bushes, just like the Homer fucking Simpson meme. You're done.
100%.
Goodbye.
To be nice, Lelee will use the rest of her control water to put the water back where it is. It's still kind of full of blood and stuff, but like she
Yeah.
puts it back.
But we put it back in the ground.
The water of this town will not be able to be clean for at least the next 30 years.
I don't know about that.
Anywho,
That water
This
actually
is
cleans
evidence
itself
if
pretty
this is
fast.
being evidence of time travel because we contaminated a water supply.
anywho.
It's just okay, but here's the thing: it's actually just blood and ground. The dirt, like if you just let the water go, like on the
Who's
ground,
to
the
say
dirt
that
will
the
filter out
prophecy just
basically
has
all of it.
blood?
Oh
It's
right,
fucking Icor, babe.
It's Icker. It's Icker.
that's
I'm
right.
glad
I
that
forgot
my
about
mic
that
didn't-
one.
Oh, I put the
Yeah,
ick
you might
in
want to
Icker.
honestly, Lelee, you might want to just like just let this one just drop it on the ground somewhere, like
Okay.
so that it'll have to filter through the dirt, you know.
So, we have not gotten to the fall damage. But considering it is Arden's turn, and Arden, you just grab Lelee and recede into the bushes, it is time for me to
I think
calculate.
that's what I'm doing.
So you did mention upward trajectory. I'm going to give that an extra 50 feet and such on the arc, so that is 350 feet of fall damage, by the way. And in case you guys were not aware of how fall damage works in Dungeons and
He's
Dragons,
not a monk.
I'm not aware.
To make us aware, right?
So, I will say that for the sake of players, D&D has implemented this very helpful rule, which is basically there is a maximum fall damage potential of 120. I think that's bullshit. Your actions should have consequences.
Kill him! Kill him!
Because I like it when fall damage can stack beyond the 20d6. It's very dangerous for our players, but
It's not.
But when we can use it for our own
when you
benefit.
can use it for your own benefit.
Oh.
I just think that, like, you keep gaining velocity as you go down. I don't think that there's,
Yeah.
like... I mean, I know that there's terminal velocity, but, like...
No, well,
That's like really fast though. That's like you just explode in a cloud of blood.
yeah,
think
if you
that-
get
I
terminal
think
velocity as a
home
person,
rule-
you would go kaput.
Yeah, home rule, especially... Okay, basically, how it describes it is that if you fall 500 feet is, like, where it reaches kind of the maximum or so. When you hit the maximum amount, it's so that when you fall, like, 500 feet or more, you can reorient yourself and possibly save yourself. That's kind of, like, what it says and why it doesn't, like, stack too much. But then, like, you know, from there... they have no time to react. There's nothing they can do from continuing to, like, gain
Honestly,
velocity.
I think we shocked. I think, honestly, though, being so surprised that you don't react to this is an entirely fair response.
Yes,
It's
exactly.
called shock. It's a medical term.
So, basically, after you fall 30 feet, you take 3d6 bludgeoning damage, which is, like, I believe 1d6 per 10
Yeah.
feet fallen.
10.
So, that was 300 feet fallen.
That's 30d6.
That's 30d6.
And again, he's not a monk. Because, you know, as a monk, you can at least reduce your fall damage some, but not this guy.
Whoa, this number! What the fuck?
What number is it? You gotta give us a number!
Oh my god! Hello! that is 175 points of fall damage.
Just for fun, I'm rolling my own 30d6 just because I think it's really funny.
What do you say, Luke?
I need to check something.
Uh-oh.
That's so many dice. That's so many dice.
Okay. Thankfully this does not, at least I think, this doesn't proc the this spell does not proc the status where everything that hits you becomes a crit. So anyways,
I mean, we smacked him with 3 separate people, and then we dropped him from 350 feet.
the ground is red. Red and gold, which begins to seep out.
This
There
is
are
an environmental
chunks on the ground.
disaster. But you know what? It was funny, so.
It's everywhere. He was not even a god at this point in his life.
That makes it even funnier.
He had 135 hit
We
points.
can just do
He's
anything
fucking dead.
consequence-free.
Dude, it
I
sounds
mean,
like
we
a
might be-
Taco Bell
look, we
gong
might be
sound.
time traveling, but
Anywho.
you know, either way, this is funny.
Hey, Benny, it's your turn. What do you do?
Wow.
Go get the memory orb.
Benny's going for the orb. He's sprinting. He's doing
Yeah,
this. He's taking.
You just splint. You just start heading up because it is in the air and you just start flying upwards. There is nothing that can stop you at this point.
Nope,
Yep,
we
I'm gonna
destroyed
do-
everything that could.
I'm gonna do a full tilt sprint, and then I am going to. So that would be 60 feet.
60 feet, you can dash as well.
Yeah, I'm dashing in the air. That's what I meant when I said sprint, like an absolute silly
Got it.
boy. I'm an absolute
right.
silly boy. Yeah, so I'm sprint. Fucking God, I'm dashing.
Yep.
I'm dashing 60 feet. How close am I getting?
So I said it was 200 feet in the air, so but the next round of initiative There's no one else in initiative besides you guys. So you get you get 120 feet up close to it. You're just flying towards the sun at this point.
I will say on the next round of initiative, Arden will probably go check on the kid who got stuck with a crossbow bolt, because
Arden,
that's not good for your health.
you rush over towards the bush where the kid was resting. And they have been burnt to a crisp.
Oh, well.
I'm gonna eat the conductor alive.
And just like kind of is like, well, we got revenge for you, and then kind of turns back to go rejoin with Lelee.
The doctor never cast any fire spells on this child.
Yeah, it was that guy. It was Grimoire. I'm gonna eat him alive. I'm gonna like put his head in my mouth. I'm gonna bite down so hard it breaks his spine in half. And she's like on the ground, covered in blood and like guts and stuff. She's like, I'm gonna do that.
Arden like looks at Lelee and is like, so I think Grimoire is probably the one who killed that kid.
Yeah.
But I like to think that this will serve as an appropriate threat.
We mean business. Simply put.
We mean business.
There is
You
just...
should be terrified of groundwater. That's all.
You really should be. Jesus Christ.
Lelee, Arden, and the water spell together are so powerful. Like, it really
Lelee
takes the
and
both
Arden
of us, because
together.
you have the ability to see underground, essentially. And Arden has
you
the
can
ability
feel
to just, like,
above
see... Like, just see. And then...
CC.
So, you know... Calling our girl out. But,
Together they make a whole pair of eyes.
Together we can see all.
The all-seeing monk.
The all-seeing monk.
I feel like we kind of like messed up your encounter.
You didn't.
Okay, perfect.
Because I still have an option. I'm just figuring out how to do this the most graceful way possible. As in...
Okay, perfect.
The prophecy peels himself off the ground.
Not quite. Yeah, I think this is how I'll do it.
Okay.
So, allow me to quickly look up the specifics of this spell.
Oh, it's a spell, isn't it?
It's a spell, isn't it?
A spell. Lelee was originally supposed to be British. I feel like this is just her true self peeking through.
You saved her from a terrible fate.
Imagine being British.
Ugh, right?
Like we're talking about British people while Dina's like deciding our fate.
Oh, I
Accurate
can
to
just-
what we do.
You can just use the spell. I just need to quickly read through. Yeah, okay. Interesting. Sorry, I am just reading. I'm reading.
Yeah, go for it. Go for it, King.
It sounds like you're on the
Agreed.
phone with Fate every time you say and I'm like,
Yeah, what's up, Fate? What's good, girl? Okay, cool.
That's good, girl.
So anyways, I'm going to use the 9th level conjuration spell Wish.
Woo! What? Put that thing back where it came from, or so help me!
It requires a verbal component. That is all. That is all. Dare I stress. I do actually keep verbal. I keep material components only for spells that I think are very overpowered, but Wish does not even come with them. Just thought I'd let everyone know. So, from somewhere amongst this scene, you guys have not spotted him yet. I have been rolling stealth checks against your guys' passive perceptions. And so far I have gotten in the high 20s every single time.
Wish on these nuts, thank you, Susie.
So, somewhere from around this area, watching, he's just gonna go, well, that complicates things. And he is going to Make a wish. Just up above. To who knows who. But it will be listened to. The red on the ground, the ichor, begins to move. Begins to draw close to itself. And begins to reconstitute itself. I don't know if you guys have seen the scene from Hellraiser, where where the man is just brought back to life through like inside out. That is what is happening. Buddy is not coming back in the form of the humanoid, Presley Kane.
God, are we the reason that he's like, no?
I mean, I don't think we're the reason.
What if time travel?
A wing stretches out, and then another, and then another, and then another, and another, and another. It is a seraphim horror that is spawning itself from the ground. It is actively manifesting and growing. But while it is doing so, it is just going to start laughing. I always liked you, Lelee.
What?
The person who casts the wish spell is finished with their turn. Top of initiative. Lelee.
Well, I mean, I don't know what I'm gonna do. This guy is reconstituting. Whoa,
Yeah.
Before you,
A giant horror of
Regenerating.
wings is reconstituting in front of you.
Great. Do I know? Does this wing guy? I'm assuming it's the prophecy. It sounds like the prophecy, but the prophecy that we know from.
It is the
Feywild.
prophecy from the Feywilds that you remember.
God.
Arden, you have attacked the precipice before, so I will just say that the iconography is here in what is being birthed from the ground. The same idea as from the veins inside of the eye outwards, an eye is being formed.
Man, Grimoire really is the worst, huh?
Literally, she is going to like sit up and kind of get to her feet. She was previously like just flopped on the ground because she just did the water thing. But she'll get to her feet and kind of cross her arms because like she doesn't want to do anything else. Because, you know, Benny is like, she's assuming Benny is really close.
Yeah.
Because she trusts him.
Yep, Benny is very close.
Yeah, so she's just gonna like point and say, how do you know my name?
Oh, so you're just going right into questioning. All right.
Yeah. Well, because it sounds like the prophecy, it called her by name. She really doesn't want to question how memories work because she feels like if she does, it might break them.
Muscles furl out and create a hand that is actively like growing skin in that starts off as like white specks that start to turn into the accurate color as they become this like bird-like, the kind of almost raptor-ish claws of a bird that slam into the ground as like veins and such drip down from this kind of like not really formed skeleton yet that is beginning to outstretch, and an eye is just pulled from the ground as the goo kind of begins to and then gets encased in its outer layer, and fractals begin to transform and warp inside of it. As the thing with the prophecy is when I've described it in the past, it's eye. When you look at it, you just see nothing. It's blank. It turns to where Arden and Lelee are. It turns towards you guys. Arden, it is like you've just got fucking flashbanged when it looks towards your direction. Its ribs are cracking out into like this cage formation, which is what they looked like in the Feywild. It has like a cage for a stomach, to which another realm is swirling inside of it. It looks at you, Lelee.
Gary?
No, it looks at you, Lelee, and just goes, I took sojourn in your eye a while back. It's interesting.
Wait, hold on.
How this place works, isn't it?
What? No, hold on. No, that you're not supposed to remember that. This is not from then. How do you know that?
I was enlightened, let's just say.
Who enlightened you?
I think we both know who. A mutual friend. So what's the play, Lenovel?
And in the smartest thing she's ever done, hold on. I'm checking initiative. I need to know who goes next because I'm pretty sure it's
It's Arden.
No, wait.
Yeah.
A question
No,
mark
isn't there
guy?
question marks?
Okay.
Oh, it is
Prophecy,
him.
though?
It's the prophecy.
Yeah, okay. So as much genius as she can muster, she's gonna take out the staff of winds that she has, her purple quarterstaff, slamming it into the ground. I'm looking something up, hold on.
Oh no. Are you about to science me and kill the big prophecy too?
No, I'm not gonna kill him. I'm gonna make him really annoying. How? Okay. How am I gonna do this? I don't think I
Holy
can do
fuck,
that.
this battle music is just someone screaming.
Counting with my brain. I hope I'm counting with my brain. I better not be counting with anything else.
I believe in you.
Okay. Thank you. How far away
Always.
is the prophecy from me at this?
It is a gargantuan creature, so it is like, as it is like transforming around you, it is probably about like 20 feet away from you, from where it is.
Perfect. Oh my gosh. That is exactly the distance I wanted.
I'm scared.
She's
scared of
going
you.
to take her quarterstaff. She's gonna take her quarterstaff and like kind of butt it into Arden in a way that she's pushing her back.
Okay.
Because Warding Wind has a radius of 20 feet, but it's only by self. So I need Warden out of the radius. So she is going to
I
push
guess
her away. I'm
does
assuming
Arden
she doesn't
willingly,
play it.
like, yeah, it's up to Arden
Yeah,
if
I'll
Arden
go.
wants to get pushed. All right.
Okay,
You trust
yeah.
Lelee, and you are
If
quickly shunted
Lily's
out of the
doing
way.
it, I'm sure there's a good reason. I feel like Lily and Arden are often on kind of this. We're sharing a brain cell sometimes, you know,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
on the same wavelength.
So I'm going to cast Warding Wind using my quarterstaff. This breaks concentration on control water, so any water that might have still been in the air just drops.
It drops, yeah. It covers like
yeah.
the forming body of the prophecy.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
had
he's
already
now
started
wet.
to like
He's
flow it
real
downwards, but
soaking wet
it's
now.
just- he can't fly.
All his growing
Um,
feathers are indeed covered in water.
But yes, she's going to cast Warding Wind, which, if you need to wait, I need to move 10 feet.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna move 10 feet and then cast Warding Wind.
Got it. Go for it.
It literally just deafens you and other creatures, so it's just Lelee's deafened and the prophecy's deafened.
Ooh.
I opened the image. Oh my god. It extinguishes unprotected flames. It hedges out vapor, gas, and fog. It's difficult terrain for the prophecy now.
Yeah, I'd say that like in
and-
this area of Warding Wind,
yeah.
by the way, there's still like some bloody mist falling from the ground, and it
Yeah.
just shunts out of the way, and there's like a ring of blood that just like splatters out like a fucking sprinkler.
Yeah, and also the attack rolls of ranged weapon attacks have disadvantage if the attacks pass in or out the wind. However, when concerning a creature, gleaming this from the spell definition,
Mhm.
I don't think the prophecy of having a great time because he is feathered.
Yes.
And I don't know if you know this, but fun fact: when you're looking at this is just a fun fact. But when you're looking at windmill, right? You know how people say that windmills kill birds? Well, that is true, but in a different way than people assume. Because a windmill, the force in front of the windmill, after the windmill, the force it goes through such a drastic change that a bird that enters the area after the windmill dies because of the change in pressure immediately. So, Warding Wind acting as a windmill, yeah. The area, I'd say about like maybe 5 feet, because it's not as big as a
It
windmill
is
at
like
all.
tearing the newly formed feathers out of their body. Okay, this is going to perhaps be one of the grossest things I am going to describe.
You have prepared me.
I just wish you all to be prepared as I say what I am about to say. But it is
Yeah, go
drawing
best you
out
go.
it is drawing out blackheads on the body that are just crows. And they are being drawn out and vaporized as they are extracted by the warding winds. You're in a tornado of feathers.
Die.
Anyways,
Cool.
that just came to
Die.
mind. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, not you.
I told you it would be gross. But yeah.
Like-
Anyways. Yeah. You've cast Warden Wind. Which is certainly
Fuck him up.
a very unpleasant experience for him. I think it's going to keep its spells like actual effects and is not going to like do a bunch of like immortal damage or whatever, but it's definitely making the reconstitution process painful. Very painful. You've distracted him. He's very distracted.
Yeah,
It
I mean,
is his
honestly,
turn.
the thing is, we are here to create a distraction.
Exactly.
I'd say we're succeeding.
Yeah, like Benny is just fucking chilling.
Bro's flying.
Yeah. Anyways, it is my turn. Unless you have anything else you want to do.
No, she's just gonna stand there.
Right, you stand there. And I am going to use my first attack. And I am going to make a talon attack at you.
Whee!
Okay, that is going to be a 17 plus 10, so a 27 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
Reaches 10 feet, so it is going to crawl towards you, and such a wing sprouts out from its back, grows claws, and it's going to slam down on you. You're going to take. The party love fighting elder gods for fun on the weekends.
Yep. It's my favorite pastime.
We like it so much that we're doing it twice to the same guy.
Yeah, that is going to be 17 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
17 points of slashing damage for the first hit. It is going to make its second hit, which is going to be a natural 20.
Yep.
Bye-bye, Lelee.
To remind me, did Somni hold
Wait.
on to the prophecy when we talked before?
She gave the eye back
Like-
to you.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
we
like
saw
I
that.
have
Yeah.
the prophecy. Okay.
Yes. You have a prophecy
I
in a
wanted to
jar.
know.
You do. There is
Yeah,
an
I mean,
anomaly
like,
happening
The
here.
prophecy is just watching all of this.
Yep. And
I think that's
Oh.
funny. That's all.
I'll leave the implications with you. You know, thankfully,
I just think that's
Lelee's
funny.
thankfully, the prophecy's attention is split on Lelee right now. Lelee, who is going to take 28 points of slashing damage from the natural 20. Another one is going to reach out and slam down against you and just rake down your body. As it is dragging its like newly forming body towards you. And it is now.
I got a 19 for concentration, by the way.
Ooh, you right. And
Oh, wait a second.
yeah,
It's
I have to
touching-
roll.
It's touching me.
Yeah, I have to roll for fear.
I really
was
hope
me,
it
I'm
fails just because I
sorry.
think that'd be
It's a
incredibly
flat-
funny.
It's a flat roll, so like
Yeah.
I just think it'd be really funny
14,
if it failed.
14. But it touched her twice,
Oh.
so
Oh, we got a chance. We
I'll
got a
roll
chance.
concentration again. I'll roll concentration.
10. That
That's it.
fucking succeeds. God
I
damn
got
it.
an 11 for
Aw,
concentration
man.
again. So
11 for
we
concentration.
Both succeed.
We both succeed, but it would have been funny if not.
Man, that would've
really,
been so funny.
really would have.
And it is going to grab you by the back of your hair and is going to attempt to put you in its newly forming stomach cage. So,
Wow.
anywho, please perform me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. I'm more worried now. I don't want to go into the stomach cave. I don't like that.
This is the stomach cage in which Benny did explode him from the inside, but I think Lelee was down when that happened in the Feywilds.
Yeah,
They fought this guy a while back, and Benny just exploded the guy from the inside.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. Even without having known before that is what happened to the prophecy, that was my first thought. Was if you go in there, you should just explode him from the inside.
It's Arden's
gotta-
best favorite maneuver.
There's just the sound of
maneuver.
Benny
What did you get,
whipping
sorry?
out the same spell he used to
16.
blow him up.
16 fails. So,
Okay. Wow.
Arden, you see as from this kind of spectral interior organ, as a bunch of like raven-like hands reach out and a bunch of clawing beaks and grab at Lelee from the hair, from the scarf, from the neck, and just drag her inside.
I feel like when she says this, she's gonna be like, "Lelee, fuck him up from the inside."
Okay. Gone.
All right. So, you are going to start taking some damage. You are now in mental prison. That's literally what it's called. So
Like
you
vor prison.
for prison. It's not what this is, I swear to God. So you're going to take that's a number. That is a number that I need to calculate on my calculator. Boo, boo,
Oh,
boo. That is just a 37 points of psychic damage, my friend.
Why did you say just?
That's just 37 points of psychic damage. That's all.
As a treat.
Yeah. And Lelee?
Yeah.
People face it half of the time that they touch you. But please describe to me in this moment what Lelee is currently fearing the most.
Oh, you want a laundry list? Okay. I'm kidding.
Yeah, no, give me the no.
Okay.
Give me the scenario
is-
that best sums it up.
There's fire everywhere, but it's not the monastery anymore. It's the Pangea. And it's the hallway where all of their rooms are lined up. Obviously, some of them are old. Wilfred's room still hasn't gotten cleaned out. His stuff still hasn't been given to Grailed. But it's all on fire, and at the end of the tunnel, there is a red tiefling, with papers in his hand and an eye in his other. And the party is charred beneath her feet, and she is the only one alive. And she knows that in this situation she would be dead, but she also knows that with her life status, her being undead and an elf, she has a fear that she, in any situation, will outlive all of them, and will be the only one to see this come to fruition. And she's just stuck.
He tells you
standing there.
something that you know is truth. There is no one left alive in this world who will believe you. That is what he tells you.
Okay, I'll kill you. I'll do
How?
it. I don't know how, but I'll do it. And I'll make it hurt. I'll make you feel pain like you've never felt before, because even though I'm mortal, I know how to make mortals bleed. And you're just a mortal right now. In a sad little body. You couldn't even muster up the power to get us to do this yourself. It's embarrassing.
Who do you think you're talking to right now?
I don't care.
This is exactly how I want you to feel. So feel it.
What the hell? Wait a second.
Anyways.
She's like in the memory, she's like, I don't think I will! This
No, you
glass
should
has
be feeling
water
great,
in
because
it.
Arden was like, hey, you got this.
Be angry then.
Oh,
Man.
but you want me to be angry.
Be angry then. You said you want me dead? It's just you and me.
And she takes a pause, because at the beginning of this campaign, if nobody knows this, Wilfred was very staunch against murdering people. He was very actively a pacifist. And this was something that Lelee and some of the other party members absolutely did not want to pay attention to. However, it took some prodding, but eventually they kind of came to a consensus of like, yeah, maybe we shouldn't kill anyone we come across. And in this moment, she knows that keeping him alive will do more harm than trying to kill him. Because when in Wolvenshire, one dying is what brought him to the state where the prophecy could take over his body. So, it's a leap of logic, but Lelee's great at leaping. She assumes.
You gonna take over the prophecy's body?
No, not right now. Maybe later, though.
Oh.
I'm surprised to that'll help us later. I'll become a god. But she assumes that killing who she assumes to be Curse God in this moment would do more harm than good, only because he told her to feel that way. Her changing her mind is his fault. And she just kind of like stands there and she says, death would be a mercy for someone like you, because I don't even want a gravestone with your name on it to defile this sacred land. Because you are nothing but the scum on my shoe, like dog shit. I'm calm. I'm not angry. And for the first time in like actual years, she actually meditates. It's none of the like sitting still and breathing and like trying to not think about things. She just kind of shuts him out. It doesn't work because she's still taking like psychic damage, but she thinks it's working.
He like kneels to the ground and kind of squats at the end of the hallway and is kind of like bouncing kind of back and forth on his toes a little bit and just like watching as you meditate. And he is just going to go, my god, you guys are easy to manipulate.
Wouldn't you know that, jerkwad?
And he's just gonna watch you meditate. His eyes are just
like
locked onto you. He's giving you a
in the middle of her-
shit-eating grin.
In the middle of her meditation, she's just like, you know, I can't like see because of the eyes that were forcefully ripped out of my head, but I feel like you're being a jerk again right now.
All right. It's Arden's turn.
Yeah, so like, what? When Lelee gets yoinked into the cage, is she just like there physically? Or.
You can see the silhouette of Lelee inside of there. And
okay.
you can see like the fear, but now you can see Lelee just meditating.
Okay.
Yeah. So like there's like a cage and then there's like kind of like ethereal like energy in there, and then in it is the silhouette of Lelee.
Cool. Well, I feel like Arden looks at that and is just like, ah, no exploding, I guess.
Yeah.
And then, well, I mean, what else is the prophecy doing? Is that just like it, or?
That was it for its turn. That's all it could do. It was attacking
Cool.
Lelee,
All right.
and now it's just like snarling and looking around. And it is going to turn its eye towards you, which once again is like a fucking flashbang for a second.
Woo.
And it's just going to go, well, this is quite the anomaly, isn't it? Only my brothers are supposed to have more than one eye.
Yeah, well, most people have two. Like,
I'd love
most
to add
human
it to my
people have two
collection.
eyes. Like, okay, so, you know, like 1, 2? Or are you talking about the other you?
He is indeed, like, his eye cast down towards,
Okay.
on your, yeah.
Oh, okay, I guess I should probably introduce you, huh? So prophecy, this is prophecy. Prophecy, this is prophecy. Also, prophecy, this is precipice. Precipice. Well, I mean, this is also prophecy. I guess you both know, like, anyway. But, yeah, so, like, I mean, you know, I'm basically, like, I mean, I guess they're not actually intended this way, but I am kind of just, like, carrying around the trophies of our kills, huh?
You
Like-
really don't know the power you possess, girl. But I
Well,
like that.
I mean, I know the power I could. Like, I mean, I saw other people using them to warp reality. It's just that, honestly, that's not really my thing. Like, I don't really want to be a god. And it seems kind of lame, really. I mean, you like, what? Live forever and stick your fingers in everybody else's business? Yeah, Nah. I'll stick my fingers in other people's businesses all on my own.
You're a creative type, aren't you?
Creative enough.
I like to think of it this way. Godhood gives me the chance to work on infinite projects, infinite creations, infinite possibilities, infinite minds to shape for eternity.
See, isn't that the problem, though? I mean, if you work on everything all the time, then... I mean... there's just no personal investment. Like, when I work on one thing, I know I'm putting all of me towards it, right? Like, that's all of me. I'm doing it, Like, I'm focusing on it, and that's fun, because, you have that personal involvement. But if you were working on, like, 50 different things even, then, I mean, none of them just have the same appeal. Everything's just the same. Like, once you've worked on everything, you've worked on it all already. There's no new adventure to be found. There's nothing you can't do, so there's no challenge. As I said, it just seems kind of lame. Like, I think you gods are honestly pretty pathetic. Like, you aren't even trying to, like, improve anything. You're just kind of messing things up for people, which, I mean, yeah, it's pretty lame.
Well, I appreciate your honesty.
Yeah, I am pretty honest.
It's a reasonable view to have. I mean, godhood isn't for everyone, but there has to be people who step up to the plate.
I don't think so. There doesn't have to be anything.
And that is where this whole history lesson trip through memory lane will do good for you. I respect my oldest brother enough, so I will not lay a hand on my niece. They crawl back a little bit.
She
the god. It was like, so my mom did? Like,
she fornicated.
What do you guys? That's so weird. Like, how kids usually don't want to think about their parents,
Cece just saying okay in chat is everything to me.
I'm just like, I'm kind of glad that I've confirmed this away from everyone else, because I feel like they freak out this significantly more than I would. But honestly, once I learned my mom was involved with you guys and how much power you had, yeah, I mean, it was always a possibility. Like, I mean, you can't rule these things out. I love my mom, but sometimes her taste in men, people, women, not great. Not great.
The one who lies in bed with Roxanne.
Thank God.
God.
Let's go.
Betty, Arden's parent, shaking hands. We fucked gods, babe.
We fucked gods, babe.
We fucked gods, babe.
Arden's
just
Lelee in the corner.
Arden's like, okay, so Arden's thinking, she's like, I guess this means that Somni and Lee are my cousins? That's kind of cool. Or are they my cousins? Wait, does that mean that you... What's up with gods and, like, fucking humans? Isn't that, like... Seems a bit odd. But then again, I guess there are a lot of Asmar around, aren't there? I'm just like, I mean, this is distraction. This is a successful distraction.
The family tree just got so much worse,
She's
amen.
Like, I was pretty sure Lelee was gonna, like, try to explode you from the inside, and, like, I was trying to give her some time to do that, but... Is she just, like...
She's decided to be normal.
She's made the wrong choice. But you have much better judgment than your friends.
Comes with the lineage. Intelligence runs in the family.
Well, I'm actually gonna give Lelee a gift real quick, if you don't mind.
Do you truly expect me to be so unwise as to let you, someone notorious for your methods of delivering
Ooh, I'm
death?
notorious for it?
Well, you've done it to my brother and those before, so who is to say? Who is to say?
Actually, I don't think we used any real clever methods on. Well, actually, I don't know about but I'm pretty. When we killed the precipice, I mean, I just kind of crawled inside of him. Actually, maybe that is. I guess that is kind of the same situation, isn't it?
Is there a point you're getting at?
No, sorry, I got distracted. I mean, I don't know, you might let me.
Why would I?
Well, if I didn't ask, then I wouldn't have asked, right?
Here's how this is going to go.
Uh-huh.
You can step away, and you'll be fine. I'll even let you keep all those little eyes. Just let me have a chat with your friend Lelee.
Have I gotten to the memory orb yet?
Yeah, it is. I guess if Arden isn't doing anything,
She is going to do something. So I rolled stealth, and I got a 19 plus 10, so 29.
what the fuck are
and
you
I'm going to
doing?
use I'm using it. I'm going to say I was using it during the conversation to slip an explosive arrow out of my quiver and like kind of hold it like, you hold it like that, so it's like the arrow tip's like in my hand and then the arrow's up against my arms, you can't see it. And then I'm going to use my truly obscene movement speed to just book it at the precipice and like just shove the arrow into Lelee's hand. Like, not stabbing her with it, but like just giving, like kind of like scribbling, like, I guess I did roll pretty well in stealth. So, like scribbling, like just like do it and then underline twice, and then like just right in between the ribs.
Yeah,
I'm going to ask you something, Loops.
Yeah.
Lily's meditating right now. Would that give her any advantage on any kind of perception roll she wants to make regarding the area? To see if she's being given this arrow.
I would say
I mean, I'm
that
shoving
she...
it into your hand. Like, your hands are... I mean, I can see you, apparently, so...
You can, like,
Or,
tap...
never mind.
Yeah, you can, like, tap Lelee with it and then just, like, throw it at her.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna take, like, the, the non-sharp end and just kind of, like, stick it into her hand.
Alright.
Right in there.
Arrow
Take it.
Yeah, Lelee, you paw around and grab it, and the prophecy looks down and is just going to go, well, your mother was always a bitch, so it's nice to see that you're at least following in her footsteps instead of ours.
I think instead Arden is gonna just backhand him. The spare hand. I guess I'll just roll, like...
Roll to hit, and then it's
unarmed?
Wait a
Benny's
second.
turn.
Wait. Did I roll? Okay, no, never mind. I take it back. I was like, did
Yeah,
I roll
all good.
concentration
All
to keep
good.
warding wind up when I was in
13
the
plus
cage,
my
but I don't
attack,
think that
which is
carries.
10.
Yeah, it doesn't.
So does a 23 hit just the good old backhand?
It does.
Okay. And then, let's see, that's D8. Oh, I rolled an 8 on the D8, so that's nice. And then I add 10, so 18.
What the fuck
No,
is this
5, sorry.
slap?
I add 5, so that's
It's monk unarmed strike
13.
damage.
13 unarmed strike damage, just a backhand.
His eye, like, he stretches his head down to you as he was saying that, and you just reach up and you bat him across the eye. And since it's newly
Just
formed,
backhand him.
it just, like, reverberates and part of it bursts at the front and just drips ichor onto you as they just reel backwards and make this guttural noise as the eye continues to
keep my
reconstitute.
mom's name out of your mouth.
Benny, it is your turn. You are at the memory orb.
You made Arden. Congratulations. You've made Arden actually genuinely angry.
Let's go. Benny, it
Don't
is
be
your
proud of
turn.
her family.
You've reached
She's
the
like,
memory
the only
orb.
one allowed to call her a bitch is me.
So Benny
Except
is...
Arden doesn't really curse, so.
So Benny has reached the orb.
Mhm.
And what is the orb attached to, or is it just floating in the fucking sky?
It is just floating in the sky.
In a bit of a graceful way, he reaches up, his wings outstretched, as he had finally reached it, and grabs it. Unfortunately, because of the altitude he has gone up, he hasn't noticed yet what is going on below. As he reaches it and grasps it firmly in his hand, he finally then, with wings outstretched, stares down. And what does he see?
You see Arden covered in ichor from the eye that just burst as you see the prophecy in their full form, thousands of wings stretching out from their body. As they kind of like contort around and back up from Arden, you see for a moment Lelee inside of the soul cage, of which you found yourself stuck in before. You remember the pain of it before you blew it all up. You lost your wings in there last time you were in it. God knows what Lelee could lose in there. She's already
Wings.
lost so much.
She's already
Yeah, but
lost
Lelee
her
has
eyes,
wings
dude.
now, so I think
lose
we all
another
know it'll
eye.
get lost.
If I
Yeah.
come out of this keeping the wings, I'm gonna lose my mind.
You see the prophecy. That is what you see.
He grasps the memory orb tightly. And in a fit of this anger, what version of his Asmar self is this? With his beautiful, soft, fluffy wings?
This is during the war. This is General Jets.
God damn. Because I managed to salvage another piece of one of the old sheets with some of his
Ooh,
other
yum
stuff
yum.
on it. Because, yeah, for people watching, I'm scrapping together the sheets because my friends had a fallout and it got all my D&D stuff deleted.
No!
So Benny got deleted in the process because of two other people arguing. And it's been hellish to put him together without D&D Beyond because autism brain hurts.
Thank you, D&D Beyond.
Thank you, D&D Beyond. Fuck you, Wizards of the Coast.
True.
You're becoming like the Warhammer Company. Stop that.
Yep.
Benny is going to rouse his radiant soul.
Let's go.
Let's
Yep.
go. Out of pure anger. This is out of pure... He doesn't even think to do this. This is instinct.
You activate Radiant Soul. Your
And
wings glow gold.
And knowing that it would... He does not want to create a way for this creature to escape. Not yet. He was not going to eat the memory orb yet. He knew that wherever he went, they would follow. He would grasp it tightly and put it into a pocket on his uniform and button it up, ensure it was sealed, covered, before his wings folded in, and like a bird going into a full dive towards its prey, he would head back down towards them, scythe out.
Yes. What do you do?
Hee hee. I am going to... Hold on, where's Radiant Soul? Help!
Oh,
Girl, help!
it's Radiant Soul.
Benny is going to try to use the force of So Benny is going to work with gravity here. He's going to be
Let's
going.
go.
He is
More
going
science.
to crime science hours. He is going to be swooping down, like wings folded in, full tilt velocity, and he is going to try to use this speed to bank at the last minute on his wings and use the momentum to try and cut through.
Ooh. He is newly forming, so he's quite
Yeah,
weaker than
So
typical.
this is Benny using his poison scythe, and he's
Roll at advantage.
Oh,
Keep flipping you off.
he
Yeah.
rolled it back into its fucking box.
It wanted to be put away.
I literally rolled it and it went into its fucking box. Okay.
Oh my god.
The dice didn't want to participate today. 18.
18?
And what's the modifier for that?
Oh,
Let
you
me
are going
look.
to be adding, I believe that scythes, we have them as,
Sides are two-handed?
yep, scythes are two-handed. So I believe it is finesse, so you can use dex. So
All
plus
right, so with
3.
my +3, yep. So
That hits.
whoa, whoa. And he is going to rip through. We decided the scythe was just going to be a reskinned greatsword, so the greatsword was beep bop bop beep.
Beep bop. Beep bop boop, beep bop.
Me beeping to try and find my fucking weapons.
Same. Me always. Now, can you activate Radiant Soul and Green Flame Blade?
I
don't
can
think...
with my second action.
You know what? I'll allow it. I will absolutely allow it.
Oh, thanks, boss. We kill.
We do.
We kill. So with the power of Green Flame Blade, me not casually not pulling it up
Yeah.
because my sheets are fucked.
No worries. So you are at the 5th level. Melee attack damage does. Da-ba-da. So we are what fucking level are we? Are we level 17?
We're 16.
We're level 16.
And his
so,
spellcasting modifier is.
So you are going to be doing 2d8 with your Green Flame Blade.
2d8 green. That's just with the green flame.
Yes.
Okay, so that's 2d8, and then it's
The great sword damage.
The great sword damage,
Plus
which
the
is
Radiant Soul damage.
Yep. Great sword. It's the damage is 2d6.
Yep.
So let me get my big dice roller out.
Radiant Soul. Let me quickly look at it for you, just like to make sure that I have it right. Protector Azamar. They deal extra radiant damage equal to your level, so that'll be an extra 16.
An extra 16 damage?
Yes.
Alright.
Do good HVZ. Hello. Thank you, Raiders. Hello, everyone who has joined the raid. Hope you guys are doing well.
Oh, we have a raid? Oh,
We have a raid. We are killing a god. What's up, guys?
Hi.
So Benny is doing a total of, on one hit, 35
one hit.
damage.
35 damage? Yep. You, like, right where Arden slapped and, like, the kind of eye burst open a little bit, you rush down. Like you said, kind of like a peregrine falcon. Those things are the fastest creatures in the world, and when they dive, they fucking dive. And with your Radiant Soul wings outstretched, you spin your scythe in your hand, and you just... As it's trying to reform the breach that Arden made, you cut it bigger. And you just rip it around the eye. What's up?
Well, I know what Arden wants to do.
Is that your full
Go
turn?
in there.
Let me check.
I believe you use your
cracking an
other...
egg.
I think actually
do
that
have
is...
another-
You can do Action Surge.
I am going to action surge for one more slash of the scythe.
Got it.
Using...
Do it again.
And, is the green flame blade still active for the second slash?
Yeah, you can activate it for it. I believe it's a bonus action.
Yes,
this is
it would
right.
be.
I have not looked at Green Flame Blade in ages, but I'm pretty sure it would be a bonus action.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I got double sixes on the 2d6.
Woo! We love to see it. Maximum damage.
So this is near max damage. Oh my Jesus. Okay, calculator.
If only nat 20.
If only I pray one day for the nat 20,
One day
bro.
you're gonna get the biggest nat 20 of your
So
life.
that's 40 damage.
Without a nat 20! What the fuck?
Yeah,
Yup.
so that's an additional 40 damage. So Benny is in a state of pure fury. He is ripping into this thing.
Yep, no, you, like, Arden and you, like, slash that first one across, and you basically just, like, you add another slash, like, right down the middle, and just... Ichor is just pooling out of the eye. That's your turn? Lelee!
Yes.
You are inside the soul cage. Or,
weird
not
egg.
even the mental prison. Kind of ordeal. It's not actually the spell mental prison, it is slightly modified. You can still do things in here, but you will take damage if you do. You have been given an explosive arrow by Arden.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's yours now.
07,
I'm assuming.
kill.
Can I tremor sense the area? Will it give me the actual dimensions of the room? Because I'm in a mental room. But will tremor sensing give me an actual dimension?
I mean, yeah, I think so. I'll give you that.
Perfect.
It is,
Okay.
though I will say it is like infinitely vast. But you get the sense that it is, in a way, an organ. This kind of demi-plane.
I know where the wall is, correct?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
You know where the floor is.
You know, I know where the floor is. Well,
Which is a
I know where
wall,
the-
but horizontal.
Yeah, it's a wall on a certain plane of direction.
Exactly.
She's gonna grab it. She's gonna hold the arrow, make sure that she's holding it the right way. And she's gonna pray as she just sinks it in the ground.
Whew, whew. So,
Because she doesn't want to put it anywhere else because she's got wings and she doesn't know how to maneuver with those.
ooh. If you make a melee attack through the mental prison, it will make you take damage. But it doesn't say anything about...
What?
Yeah, you just poked an arrow in it.
Interesting.
Also,
yeah,
I
it
sent
doesn't
the
say anything about...
the explosive arrow information in general.
It doesn't
for
say
you.
anything about doing damage while still inside the mental prison, which you are. So, in a sense, I don't think you have to take the extra damage. I'm the DM. I make the rules.
You do
So,
make the rules.
I do make the rules. If anyone's ever mad at me for how I run this game, then we're just having fun. I do what's best. I do what's best for the narrative because I think it's funny and I want my players to have fun. So, rule of cool. And rule of cool dictates that I must make a dexterity saving throw.
Do I even have to roll to hit, or
You
do
don't.
I just roll my dex save?
You don't. It's a dexterity saving throw. Although if it's inside
You-
of you,
Yeah, no,
I don't know how you would
You
avoid
can't.
that.
Basically, you can't avoid that because it's
Yeah.
happening through the interior. So we are just going to need to take the damage. And Lelee, I think you have to make the dex saving throw too because you are also trying to avoid the explosion radius. You're basically trying to get out.
Well, that's a 26. So I take no damage.
You take no damage,
Shocking.
and that is going to be 2d10 fire damage for the prophecy. That's the one we're doing.
I roll that, right?
Yes, you do.
Okay. Sometimes I forget. It's been so long since I've rolled damage. I drop my dice on a place
Oh,
where they're
man.
not supposed to be dropped. That is 8.
8? Perfect.
8.
Okay, so with that, you are going to basically just like kind of flick your thumb against the side of this explosive arrow. It is somehow enough, like with your kind of crooked nail, to light a spark and set the explosive arrow off, to which you plant it into the ground and you start running. I will say, as you escape, you are going to have to try and take the psychic damage. I
Okay.
believe.
Wisdom save, right?
That is going to be a wisdom. It's actually an intelligence saving throw to get out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. Okay, that was scuffed. It landed on my other dice. I hate it when it gives me scuffs rolls and then gives me false hope. That is a 17. I got a 19, but I've got no minus
19?
2. No, I got a 19 minus 2, so 17.
17? Okay, you are going to take the damage from it.
Ah, yeah.
You are going to take 37 points of psychic damage, but you are not going to take any of the damage from the explosive arrow. As Lelee, you start booking it. You are kind of still halfway within meditation, but having known that Arden handed you this arrow, the exit must be close. You know it must be. Your senses are trying to betray you right now as this demi-plane tries to shift your perception of reality, but you just close your sockets and you press forward, letting Tremor Sense guide you. You feel the heat beginning to rise up behind you, but as you just conquered your fear with water, this flame isn't as scary as it normally is, as it begins to chase you outside. No, in fact, it is leading you to the exit. You rush towards the edge of this demi-plane, and you leap out. Right as Benny does that second hit on the eye, Lelee, you slide out from the cage inside, and you're out of the mental prison. That is your turn, unless you have a key point and want to continue doing shit.
No, I think just when she gets out there, she's gonna like land on her feet and just like turn and point at the prophecy that I'm not scared of you anymore.
Arden, it is your turn.
Very triumphant.
Yeah.
Get out of my way.
So I know Lelee just got out of the prophecy, but you know how that giant opening was just made?
Yes.
in his eyeball?
Yes, I do.
We gotta make this 2 for 2. Arden's going in there.
Arden, You, quite frankly, you take a leap inside. The eye,
I
as it
think
is,
she doesn't even, I don't think it
still
even
trying
like
to
I don't think it
reform
even
itself.
is a conscious thought. I think she just looks and is like, I could go in there, and then does.
And then you go in there. Yeah, you follow your ADHD brain as far as it takes you, and you jump directly into the eye. To which, what kind of actions will you be performing inside of this eye?
I mean, like, I don't know, what's it like in there?
It is attempting, once again, to form proper structure, but this is still, like, a very juvenile version. It is, like I described before, kind of that, like, first scene of Hellraiser, where someone is kind of being created from the inside out. It has not yet developed the outer protective armor that it needs to keep itself functioning. So it is actively bleeding through skin that it doesn't have. It is very frail, and it's attempting to rebuild itself, but with how much damage you guys are putting in, it is struggling to regenerate itself in time.
Okay, so, like, I don't have a very good concept of how big it is. How much space is there in here?
It is gargantuan, so you have, like, a solid, like, 20 feet of wiggle room.
Oh, cool, alright. I guess, I don't know if these eyes work like normal eyeballs do, but I feel like Arden knows that the optic nerve is a thing, so I'm gonna go try and find it.
Yep. Roll religion to find the god's optical nerve.
Roll religion.
New check
anyway.
just dropped. Religion to find
New
the god's
check just
optical
dropped.
nerve.
Normal, okay. Roll? Go. Oh, come on, there we go. Alright. Let's see, that is... religion is intelligence. Okay, so I have a +1. That's very easy math. So that's a 16.
16?
Mm-hmm.
It is less of an optical nerve and more of a giant collection of wings that are strung through with the wiring needed to create an optical nerve. But it is, in essence, the same thing, flooded with ichor, and you find it. What doth thou do with it, dare I ask?
Actually, kind of think...
You just saw optical nerve and we're just like, ooh.
I was just like, oh,
Bite
I guess
it.
I'll go there.
Bite it.
Honestly, I feel like in here, because it's pretty thick, right?
It is
So it's
pretty
not,
thick.
like, easy to swing anything.
Not really. It is kind of, like, gooey inside of here.
All
There's
right.
veins everywhere. There's not too much, like...
Yeah, it's a bit fucked up in here, right? Yeah.
Very fucked up. Dare I
Cool.
say, the most.
I mean, honestly, I think probably just unarmed attack. But honestly, yeah, bite it.
Yes!
I'm already swimming in this ichor. Like, it's fine. I can bite it.
Oh my god, the
gonna bite.
violence. Roll to hit.
Unarmed bite.
Bite.
Changes. I feel like that changes it from bludgeoning damage to
Piercing.
piercing.
Yes, most definitely
Yeah.
does.
So let's see. That's a D8. So they see me roll and they hate it. Okay. Anyway, that's a 6 + 5 is 11.
6 + 5 is 11. Considering you are upon the interior of this creature, I am going to say that hits. I'm going to put the AC at 10 for being in the interior, because that makes sense to me. So yeah,
Gotcha.
that hits. How much damage does that do? Pray tell.
Let's see. 5 + 5, so 10 damage.
10 damage? You just unhinge your fucking jaw and just chomp
I'm
down.
gonna start chewing through it.
Yep, you absolutely do.
This is
So here's the
mastication is happening.
So here's the fun thing. One time I was having a discussion with a friend where we were talking about teeth. And how there are many animals with teeth that are properly, they're made to just pierce and to be as quick and efficient as possible. But omnivore teeth are perhaps some of the most cruel to be crushed under, because they are made to grind. They are not made to pierce. They are made to keep fucking chewing. And they have immense force. Your jaw muscles are some of the strongest muscles in your body.
Yeah, you can bite someone's finger off. Like
Exactly.
a carrot.
And perhaps you can bite a god's optical nerve off.
Like a carrot.
How much damage is that?
That's 10 damage.
10 damage?
Mm-hmm.
You chomp down, and you begin to feel the strain as the skin, kind of like the flesh and the outer walls of it begin to break.
I'm in here. I am biting.
I am angry. I am biting.
I am biting. I said,
else?
okay, I rolled an 8, so plus... Oh, I get to add 10. Anyway, 8 plus 10 is 18.
That
yeah.
hits.
Yeah, honestly, I don't... Now that I think about it, I don't actually know if I can miss. Because I get to add 10
Oh, wait, you literally
to my
can.
unarmed attacks.
Yeah, you can't miss. So I guess you're just rolling to see if you get a nat 20.
Okay, basically,
Or a
yeah.
nat
Okay,
one.
so that's a... Yeah. So that's a 7 plus 5, which is 12
12?
for the damage.
You breach through the optical nerve, and you are now faced with ichor and like further kind of veinery inside of it. You keep
All right.
gnawing.
You said inside of it, right? So
Yep.
there's an inside of the... Can I
Yep.
stick my hand in there? Cool.
Yes.
I'm just gonna stick my hand in the optic vein.
You do. Yeah, you fucking do.
I put my hand in there.
You put your hand
honestly,
in there?
I don't know if Arden has a lot of thoughts beyond that, but like, I don't know, stick my hand in there, try to grab it, and
Yeah.
then pull it inside out.
Roll athletics. Take a point of inspiration.
Dude, this is
Kiki, take a
wild.
point of inspiration for that water shenanigans earlier. Crime, take
I
a
rolled
point of
17
inspiration.
for athletics.
For that description you gave earlier, Crime, get a point of inspiration. You guys all get a fucking... This has been such a fucking episode, holy shit. All right, Arden, what did you get for athletics?
17.
17?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's enough. My god.
Yeah, I don't get to add anything to athletics. It's just flat. Going for it.
I would like you to describe to me what you do.
Yeah, I mean, Arden's arms aren't like that long, but you know, they're still smaller, so they reach into this optic nerve a little better than maybe they would. Are nerves even hollow? I don't know. There's an inside here, and she saw it, and she was like, I could put my hand there, and so she did, because she's still honestly kind of mad. Like, I don't think for Arden the anger sticks around for very long. Like, and also like, I mean, people have done worse things than call her mama bitch, but she's just mad about it anyway. And so she just reaches in there and like just kind of like in a fit of pique, you know, just grabs inside it and is like, you know, I don't know what else I would even do in here, and just grabs as much of it as she can and just kind of yanks it back out into the eye, which I can't imagine is good for you. But so, and I mean, there's lots of like, you said there's like wings and stuff on like the outside.
Yeah.
So I guess all those like trying to fit through the nerve backwards would probably also not work quite right. So I feel like she just kind of pulls it, and I don't know that this was like her intent, but that just kind of, I feel like it just kind of destroys the end of the nerve. Like it just trying to turn it inside out like that was never really going to work. So it just kind of like destroys the end of the nerve that she's pulling it out through, and also probably the part that is being pulled out. And
Yep.
like the wings maybe are even like, I don't know, I could almost imagine like kind of popping off, like if you've ever like peel, like if you ever like peeled corn. Peeled
Yeah.
is the wrong word here, but like, you know, if you ever shucked corn, that's the
Yes,
word.
there it is.
The wings just fly right off, kind of like she's shucking corn. And I assume that like some of this might be like even on the outside of the eye, because like, you know, it's a nerve.
Yeah.
So they just kind of like fall to the ground, like, or into the rest of the wings on the, I don't know exactly how this is constructed, but
It
you
is-
know, they fall out
Yeah.
and are just kind of like everywhere now, and
It
are
is vaguely
presumably like just
amorphous.
kind of like dripping blood, and it's a mess. Like if you were behind this guy, you'd be like, hey, what the fuck just happened?
You practically invert this. It is like a fractal. That is all I can describe this shape of this carnage to look like. Just an endless fucking fractal of gore.
Good thing I'm already in the gore.
With that last tug of just... We're out of initiative.
We
He
killed
did.
it again.
As
He's dead.
the
We are
prophecy
3 for 3.
We're 3 for 3.
remains
2 of those were the prophecy,
unable.
though.
The prophecy remains now unable to do anything. Checkmate. We are out of
That's probably
initiative.
fair.
No, we're not just 3
I
for
would say
3.
also
We're
like the
5
other
for 5.
prophecy. and the precipice would have just watched me do this. I don't know if that adds something to this. I feel like that just adds something to the experience. I don't think she was thinking about that very much, but...
You do not feel fear from them in your pocket, but you feel a sense of pride.
I'm winning. And then I guess I'll swim out of here. I don't know that you can...
You guys...
I guess I don't know if we ever established this, but I don't know if you can breathe ichor.
We'll get back to that at some point. Perhaps next session.
It's probably one of those things that like don't need to be known because no one's ever swam in ichor before.
And now Arden's done it twice.
But for now, you guys all find yourselves outside the incapacitated body of the prophecy. The half-formed prophecy. It was not in its full power. Dare I fucking say, it was pretty nice. But...
Yeah. Lelee's like kind of standing there. She still has wings, and one of them is like halfway braced against her arm, and she's like, okay, I don't know what is happening anymore. I think like...
I feel like Arden gets up and is like, well, I turned his optic nerve inside out.
I don't even know what an optic nerve is.
You know
don't
how
have them
you used
anymore.
to have eyeballs? you know how eyeballs have to... You have like a brain, and that's what processes all the information? Well, your eyeballs are connected to your brain with a little like tube kind of stuff
So you cut his
that leads
eyes
back
out?
into your brain and transmits all the information.
you
So I
cut his
kind of
eye
got in
out?
there, chewed through it, and then grabbed it and turned it inside out.
Good.
Yeah. So I was maybe a little mad.
And she turns to Benny next, and she's like, she points at the wings, and she's like, these things are kind of cool. Get what you like.
We have wings now. Just one more change to Lelee's body through this campaign. You're down a set of eyes. You're plus a set of fangs. You're
Oh,
Benny! Crime!
crime.
Crime!
I guess Lelee and Arden are just kind of standing there now. Benny passes out from old man exhaustion.
Benny is just gone. Benny just fucking sits down. Just man.
Yeah, and for now, Lelee's kind of like looking at the wings, and she's like, man, I think I know what body part I want next.
That's such a funny fucking phrase. What do you mean?
She got her eyes taken. She's missing a heart. I feel like she deserves some repayment from the universe.
She does.
Give the
she
blind
does.
woman. Give the blind woman wings. I'm not pointing a gun at you. I'm pointing a gun at the gods.
Okay, fair enough. I mean,
This is the move that made LeBron cry.
oh. I'm going to say that in this time, Benny does indeed consume the memory orb. Crime is not here. I am unsure why. I hope they're doing okay.
Their Wi-Fi might have died.
Yeah, Wi-Fi might have died. Let's give it like 2-3 minutes here. Good job, guys.
I
fuck.
don't know if you were listening to like when I was explaining the plan to Arden, but the only reason I did the bit with control water was because when we were in the other place, my mind had crime.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
My mind had latched onto the idea of using control water.
No worries.
Yeah.
My internet just went out.
Yeah, we
That's what I
thought so.
Relatable content.
But what Benny was going to do is he's literally just going to be standing over that body menacingly.
You have the memory orb in your hand.
Eat it.
Eat it.
Does Benny
Got it.
consume it?
Benny does consume the orb.
And that will bring us to the memory zone.
Woo!
It's the part where you
memory
guys just get to
zone.
vibe. As I get to flex my little, hopefully not rusty monologuing skills. I've been fucking up a lot today, y'all. Anyways, I wrote this one on paper, in case anyone... I wrote this on paper at midnight last night. Yeah, it just came to me, and I just started writing, and anyways... Allow me to read the first physical notes in Cursed Ones. Actually, that's a lie, because these were notes from the session too, on this fucking envelope. These
the
are
crayon.
notes. Yeah, with a crayon that I woke up at like 5 a.m. to write, and I don't remember writing them, but whatever.
They exist.
They exist. Anywho. You consume the orb, and the memories flood back to you. It didn't take long to see the discretion when the numbers came in. Azamar were being killed over 8 times more than in the previous month. The only way for numbers to get that high was if the civilians, the innocent, the discharged, and the children were involved in those calculations. Then the medical reports came in. The survivors would never bear blood children. Kill everyone with wings. While in this memory, you managed to subvert such a plan in many ways. That is not entirely true of how things fully played out. Benny, you heard it that day. The order. You were exchanging intelligence with a friend. He had wings too. Until he fled to the back of the house and returned with a bloody dagger and a bare back, in hopes to avoid a fate he knew was coming. The wing graves, they were called. Azamar cut them off by the thousands, burned them, and buried them. Within 4 months, the Azamar, the most surplus race, dropped to numbers in the hundreds. And the new ones being born were born without visible wings. They would only be accessed by Radiant Soul. Within 4 months, people lost their faith in the war. They already had been. But no mercy was given to even those who stood in proximity to an Azamar, let alone work for the army led by them. And many of the remaining Azamar grew disillusioned. They weren't even the only ones being slaughtered. They were just the ones that people pushed to the front to hide the atrocities happening to everyone else. You sat in the same tavern with him, still wingless. His eyes were blinded from an infection that had spread from his back to his head. He paused at his tankard in front of him and sighs. Unless you have some secret plan to end this fast, it'll be over in months. Weeks, maybe. There's no saving this world. Even if we win. The writing's on the wall. This hatred is powerful. And now that it's been festering, it'll cling onto life no matter what. So I suppose to say, is this truly the world you wish to preserve? He looks at you quietly and waits for a response.
How old is Benny in this flashback?
Benny is early into life. This is the last year of the war. Is what I will give, which is like kind of reaching like 30s mentality.
Okay. Benny would sit back, arms crossed, eyes flickered down into his drink as he just seemed thoughtful for a moment. Before one of his hands unfurled, he would grasp at the tankard. There's still good left. Besides, what they're proposing, it's not a new world, it's destruction of everything. More suffering. More death. I didn't expect the war to go on this long. I never could have anticipated what's been thrown at us. But I will finish it.
You translated the cipher yet? You had.
Not yet. Oh, I had? Okay.
Yeah, at this point you had.
I just did.
Then you
It's,
know that once again, unless you have some trump card you've been hiding this whole time, he has all those artifacts right where he wants them. There's nothing we can do. You better start fucking figuring it out.
there has to be something. I'll figure it out. Okay? I will.
You work on believing that. He stands up slowly and, like, puts his tankard on the side of the bar. I have new things to believe in. I think Genesis has a point.
You can't be serious.
There's no saving our souls. The only thing giving me hope is that when he wins, the new world does better than us. He walks away. He comes up in the death toll later that day. DNB. Died non-battle. The memory ends. And the door opens back up to the hull of the ship.
Benny grips his scythe uncomfortably tight, and it returns back to its small, carryable state. And he just turns and looks and says, "Let's get out of here."
You don't have to ask. It smells so bad in here. Normally I would be all over the smell of blood, but like this is kind of nasty.
Yeah. Yeah, no kidding.
It's kind of like she's trying to keep the mood light because Benny is obviously stressed. So she's like, maybe I should be a little silly, just a little bit, to keep
Just a little silly.
everything from
Just a
falling
little
apart.
silly as a treat.
As a treat.
Benny pauses and looks at the two, and... Are you guys okay? Is anyone hurt?
I mean,
I don't
I'd
think
say-
Arden actually took any damage.
Yeah, Arden just, like,
well,
did violence.
well, Lily kind of like gives it a little thought. She's like, well, using Arden's scale of weird feelings stuff, out of a scale of 1 to 132, I'm at like a 13.
Ooh, that's pretty
Where are you
bad.
getting these numbers?
It's a gut feeling, okay? It's a
Yeah,
gut
that's a gut feeling.
Come here.
It's a gut feeling. She walks over as she's speaking. She's like, it's a gut feeling, just as the gut feeling I know is that these wings are cool. I don't even know what they look like. And I know
They
if I
look
tried
cool.
to fly,
They look good
I
on
would run
you.
into the
They
wall.
suit you.
Benny's
I'm rooting
gonna
for you to
cast-
keep them.
Benny's gonna cast Cure Wounds
Perfect.
at third level.
All right.
Try to get some juice back.
And you are going to basically lay your hands upon Lelee and slowly begin to suture up her wounds. You've kind of been feeling the brain fuzzies from all the psychic damage, but they begin to recede as Benny heals them up. All right.
Let's go.
Fuzzy.
The door waits.
You know, you look
But-
nice with wings.
Aww.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should take like a picture or something. Well, okay, we probably can't take a picture,
Well.
but I could do a really fast portrait.
What's up, Loops?
There was a dilemma.
Uh-oh.
In session 2 of Shellshock,
Uh-oh.
before You got Aslan to your side. You were trying to find her in the woods before she got through the door back to the main deck. The prophecy's gone. But what about the one that animated him again?
I hate him. I hate
still
him.
in
I
here
want
with
him
you.
gone and dead.
And we're gonna end this session off here.
I hate him. I hate him. I want him dead. I want his corpse wrapped on the doorstep of the
I know,
monastery
girl.
of Wiltshire. Oh my god.
Really have lost it.
Shenanigans. Oh my god.
I will
All
say,
right.
I think that if whenever we walk through this door back out into the hallway, Arden just being absolutely soaked in ichor is really going to be bringing a vibe to the party
They're all
that
just
nothing
a
else
mess.
could.
There is a fucking it is a disaster of blood. This is this is chaos.
Arden
This
just,
is,
I don't know. I mean, it kind of suits me. I think it looks good.
yeah. It goes with my color palette. It's gold.
Arden looks all
Regular
fabulous,
it's fine.
drenched in blood, and Lelee looks like she crawled out of the dumpster. She's just like,
I need to
Bro,
update
it's
your guys'
good.
portraits and just have them soaked.
I mean, the nice thing for Arden is that because her hair's in braids, that it wouldn't be as much of a problem for it to be
True.
wet because it's already like, you know, your
Lelee
hair
does
doesn't like
regular-
flat and get weird and sad. It's just,
Lelee doesn't
I mean, maybe a
regularly
little bit,
brush
well, a
her
little
hair.
bit, but like, you
Really,
know,
it's
not
just like wet rag. Just
wet rag.
wet rag.
Wet rag.
Wet
You
rat.
you like
Oh god.
you get her to like not be allergic to water anymore, and you start to like give her a shower, and her hair just lightens an entire two shades.
Just pick Lelee up and wring her out. Oh,
yeah, are you,
Lord.
wait, you're allergic to ichor, are you?
No.
Nah,
So we should be washing your hair in that. That's okay.
true.
Good,
What?
good to know.
Real. Anyways, closing
Real.
remarks. What the fuck just happened to the... Okay, what the fuck is happening? All the face cams are fucking gone. Closing remarks
it's
for
only
Morgue.
crime.
Closing remarks for Kiki.
Two
Oh,
for two on crawling inside the god's eyes.
real. Closing remark for Kiki.
So I have two. I want him dead outside of the doors to Wolvershire. I want his head on a pike, and I want his body in a bag. And the other one, in reference to Morgue, is
Violence.
I
Bloodshed.
don't know if anybody like noted this. Like, I'm sure you noticed, but noted. Because every time when you left, me and Morgue were in call, just going.
It's the vibe. Oh my
Yeah.
god. Crime. Closing remarks.
Man, oh man, oh man.
Man.
The consequences of a one night stand with a god.
It's this whole fucking war with like devastation. Oh my god. Player check-in. We're all cool with like, we're all good with the wild ass, like, shit's dark. We're good.
Yeah.
Oh
Yep.
yeah,
Cool.
oh yeah.
I'm here to illustrate that war is bad. And
We're bad.
speaking of one night stands, allow me to end this session with my closing remark. So may we all give a fucking amen. Roxanne is a monster fucker. Roxanne fucked
Amen.
the one who lies before our very eyes. Roxanne has fucked gods and will fuck again. Amen.
Terrible taste in men.
Good night, everyone, and tune in next time for Curse of One's Ride or Die Session 5. Bye!
Oh yeah, I gotta go fix my